Mhm.
If you
You
want
want
to be
well,
wealthy and happy the rest of your life, just learn this lesson well. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
my
I have found in my experience
hello,
that
hello. Okay,
income does
perfect.
not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways. If somebody hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly, so you get to keep the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it'll disappear. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself, personal development. Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. Now, if you're excited and you're ready to change, let me give you 3 steps to start life change that can change your life, your personality, your lifestyle, everything can change. Here's the steps. Number 1, find out how things work. To change your life, really, you need ideas. There isn't anything an idea can't change. And Schoaf taught me the major problem is lack of an idea, not a problem. At first, I didn't have any money. I said to Mr. Schoaf, I don't have any money. He said, that's not a problem. Now, see, up until then, I always thought it was. Right? I was confused. He said, no, the problem is lack of an idea on how to create money and wealth. It isn't lack of money, it's lack of ideas. So if you get the ideas, see, you can change anything. Now, to get ideas, you need a constant study of finding out. If you wish to be successful, study success. If you wish to be happy, study happiness. If you wish to be wealthy, study wealth. Don't leave it to chance. Make it a study. Some people just go through the day with their fingers crossed. See, that won't do it. You've got to study the things that can change your economic, social, spiritual, personal life. Now, Schoaf also said, when you find out something that works, put the information in your journal. Don't use your head for a filing cabinet. Put it in your journal so that you can do the next best thing. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Go over it. And if you repeat it, go over it, sure enough, someday, some mysterious day, the idea takes root, starts to grow, and shows up in your bank account, and your dress, and your personality, and your lifestyle. Now, if you're curious, let me give you 3 ways to find out how to change anything. Any life direction, any dimension. Here's 3 ways to find out how to change anything. Number 1 is to read. All of the successful people I know and work with around the world, they're all good readers. Curiosity drives them to read. They gotta know. They just read. Become self-educated. Standard education will get you standard results. And you can check those numbers and see if that's what you want. But if you want to go beyond that, you now have got to become self-educated. One way to learn is from your own experiences, but another way to learn is from other people's experiences. See, one book might save you 5 years if you read it. Did you know there's books on how to be stronger, more decisive, be a speaker, be a leader, have a better effect on other people, develop your personality? Did you know there's books on that? Did you know that hundreds of successful people have written their stories in books and they wrote down how they did it, and people don't read it? How would you explain that? Now, you don't have to read half the night, but put this in your notes: 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. Read something positive, something challenging, something inspirational, something instructional. At least 30 minutes a day. Become a good reader. Now, that's my opinion. Listen to the other lecturers and listen to me and make up your own mind. Don't be a follower. Be a student. Here's the second way to find out how to change your life. And that's to listen. Get around successful people and listen. Now, you can also learn from unsuccessful people. Take notes on both, negative and positive. Find out what poor people read and don't read it. Right? That's good information. Learn from the negative. But now you can also learn from the positive. Get around successful people. Listen to what they say. Listen to how they say it. It's important. Now here's some of the best advice I've got for the whole evening. Poor people ought to take rich people out to dinner and listen. That's some of the best I got. But you're right. Poor people don't usually take rich people out to dinner. The guy said he's rich, let him buy his own dinner. I'm not coming up with any money. You're lucky to get your own supper, let alone running around trying to find a rich man to feed. And the guy's behind. If a guy's not doing well, one of the first things he ought to do is find a guy that is doing well and offer to buy him his dinner. Spend $50, $60, $80, $100. Go for the full 9 course. If you get a successful person to eat and talk for 2 hours, they're liable to drop ideas in your lap, change your life. Multiply your income by 2, by 3, by 5. But you're right. Poor people don't usually take rich people out to dinner. Now here's the third way to find out how to change your life. And that's to observe. You can pick up a lot of ideas just by watching. Get around successful people and watch. Here's why. Success leaves clues. Watch how the man shakes hands. Watch how the lady responds. People who do well do certain things over and over and over and over. And if you're clever, you can pick them up. Watch it all. If a guy's making $10,000 a month, I'd watch how he walks. Maybe that's it. Copy his funny little walk. Somebody says, well, that's kind of a silly walk. Say it's 10,000. I haven't got the money yet, but I got the walk. It's bound to start somewhere. What I ask you tonight is to be unusual and be a good observer of what's going on. You can pick up ideas that can change your life starting tomorrow. Just be a more careful observer. Now remember, there's 2 ways to see. One is called sight. See with your eyes. The other one is called insight. See with your mind. See with your eyes, you'll see things. See with your mind, you'll see answers. Put your eyes and your mind to work. And the best advice on developing sight and insight is pay attention. Don't miss anything. Wherever you are, be there. Excellent. Now, we've lingered a little bit long on number 1 here for personal development. Find out how things work, but it's so very important finding out. And I've given you 3 ways to find out. Now here's the second step to personal development. Okay, number 1 was find out how things work. Here's number 2, go to work. If there's one thing to get excited over, that's it. Get excited over your ability to make yourself do the necessary things. What could you make yourself do starting tomorrow that would change it all? No, tell it. Now see, that's exciting. On any given day, you can massively change the direction of your life. Now here's the key to discipline. Start with the little disciplines, get excited over the little disciplines, and get right on those, because those will lead to the big ones. You can't handle the big challenges in life unless you take on the little ones. Make a list of all the things you can do, get right on those, discipline yourself for those, both for the results and for the muscle and for the practice, so that when life hands you some big challenges, you'll be ready, you'll have the muscle. But see, if you don't handle the small ones, you can't take care of the big ones. Here's what else it takes for life change. Self-motivation. Key phrase, self-motivation. I don't know why we call it self-motivation. It's really the only kind there is. You got to motivate yourself. And you don't want to give self-motivation away to somebody else and make it somebody else motivating you. The guy says, boy, if somebody just come by and turn me on. What if they don't show up? Right? See, you got to have a better plan for your life. You must now take action on what you found out. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. You'll become a fool. Let your learning lead to action. You can become wealthy. And there's many kinds of wealth, I understand that, not just money. Money's one of the least of all values. I know some people with a lot of money that are very poor. Now, here's the third step to personal development, and we'll wrap up personal development. Step number 3, it's just a little caution, and all through life we need little cautions. This one simply says, don't try to beat the system. Find out how it works, work it, but don't try to beat it. Some people learn just enough to start slicing it, shading it, thinning it, cutting corners, and looking for cheap answers. See, don't fall for that. You'll wind up with a cheap life. Find out how it works best and do it that way. Even though it seems to take a little longer, do it right. Don't compromise with right. So if I had a word with you tonight, one-on-one, just you and me, I think my personal advice to you would be, this year, 1981, reach down inside of you and come up with some more of those remarkable human gifts. They're there, waiting to be utilized. And then change anything for you you want to change. And I challenge you to do that because you can change. See, you don't ever have to be the same again after tonight, only by choice. Starting tomorrow, what are you going to do that'll make a change in your life's direction? Good question. What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Now see, if you don't do something starting tomorrow that'll make a difference, guess what? It's gonna be the same. And see, that way you can guess what the next 5 years are gonna be like. Look at the last 5. Because the next 5 are gonna be like the last 5 unless you, major key, tomorrow, change it all. Or change a little, or change something, or don't change. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to know any day you wish you can change your whole life.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Back from under the ground.
I was born in Jamaica with nothing.
Lesson well. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I have found in my experience
Hello. Okay, perfect.
not far exceed personal development.
I live in a wooden shed, zinc roof. The all doubted me said I couldn't do it. The all said I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Never know. Personal. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. I've been listening to them laugh my whole career. They've been laughing. What? An Irishman win a fight in the UFC? Hell no. Laughs all around. The sound of laughter and the sound of doubt motivates me.
You're good, but you're not as good as those guys. You know, I had to listen to all this, and that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day.
Maybe someone's don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good. I don't know why.
Let me be very clear. I'll never give up. Never.
The diagnosis: 2 fractured cervical vertebrae and partial paralysis of the left side of the torso.
Dr. Carter had a tear in his eye. I could tell he felt for me. And he said, son, I'm sorry to say you're not going to box again. And I looked at him. I said, no, Dr. Carter, you're wrong. I am going to box again. You see, you don't understand what kind of man I am.
I'll either box again or die trying. After 13 months, he was back, and he won 3 titles.
The winner, and now the IBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Vinny Pazienza.
But I want you to take it personal. And my personal question to you is, why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life. Why not you?
You give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay, it's necessary.
I see all this potential, and I see it squandering. God damn it, an entire generation pumping gas, waiting tables, slaves with white collars. Advertising has us chasing cars and clothes, working jobs we hate so we can buy shit we don't need. We're the middle children of history, man. No purpose or place. We have no Great War, no Great Depression. Our Great War is a spiritual war. Our Great Depression is our lives.
Tough times create strong men.
All right, let's take a peek here quick. Break a structure towards the top here on the 15-minute. So on the 15-minute, this is internal top. This is a break a structure towards the top on the 1 hour. Let's go to internal top.
A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own because he loves the process.
I saw him at the race where he broke all the bones in his feet. I was running this race. It was a 24-hour race as a relay team. I was with 4 friends. And the format of the race is, you know, you run a mile, I run a mile. Whatever team runs the most amount of miles wins the race. He had no teammates.
God, I know every motherfucker ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. So this is how you level up. That's how you level up. With that right there, that fires me up. That makes me happy what you just said.
Why are you all looking so scared? You've been reading all the stuff you've been reading about how hard he hits.
I'll never forget as long as I live. My father was actually crying because he was scared to death that Muhammad Ali was going to get killed. Not knocked out, killed.
We don't take that.
Vicious and violent.
Let's look at the 1 hour.
He was trying to win a boxing match.
This is internal structure on the 1 hour.
Really strange. I thought I'd knock him out in 1 or 2 rounds, but about the 3rd round, I hit him and he fell on me. I thought, that's it. And he started screaming, "That all you got, George? Show me something." And I knew then I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Muhammad Ali, he knocked out George Foreman. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. Muhammad Ali has done it. The great man has done it.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm winning anyway. I'm winning. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose.
And you know you won't give in, and if you test yourself and you fail, but you know you're gonna get back up again, if you know that, then you know that your character is strong, and that's what matters. And that right there is all the confidence you need.
And I get up there and had a cameraman up there. I asked a cameraman up there, I'm like, "Hey," I said, "how did Goggins look?" And he's like, well, he had his shirt off, and he was saying, "They don't know me." He's like, they don't know me, son.
They don't know me, son.
Saying all this stuff. I said, "Who was he saying that to?" And he's like, "There's nobody up here."
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey.
Kobe was something else. He was the guy, like I said, when we're in the club, that motherfucker's in the gym.
I'd rather go too far than not far enough.
The only reward that you get from taking it easy is the fact that in the moment, it's easier. But if you want results, and then you basically just catch yourself slacking off and don't do anything about it, then it kind of sounds like you don't really want those results, you know?
I looked in this one guy's eyes who was ringing the bell to quit, to put his helmet down out of Navy SEAL training, and I saw myself. And I saw what everybody said I was going to be, which was nothing. This is when I realized I was alone on this earth. I have God alone on this earth, and I have to fix everything. I was sick and tired of not facing the fact that I've allowed life to make me feel like a loser. That voice became haunting.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist.
Success is the only revenge.
It's not the best revenge. It's the only one. There's no other revenge.
If you will be a champion, if you will be a beast, you're going to have to go through something. Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing. Ain't nobody going to hand you no championship. Ain't nobody going to hand you no title.
Listen to everything to the extreme. Work until your eyes burn. Sketch until your hands shake. Train until you collapse. Write until the words blur. Practice until fingers bleed and build.
Push the limits of your own mind daily, because the edge between insanity and greatness is where legends are born.
Nobody understands you, because how could they? If you spend your whole life trying to be like nobody else, work harder than the average person, care more than anybody else would, what makes you think they'll understand? What you're looking for is rare.
Ignore and outperform them. You see, while you're over there watching me and talking about me, I'm working hard. I'm taking things to the next level. You keep gossiping and I'll keep working. You keep talking smack and I'll keep working. And you will lose and I will win.
My mom kicked me out of my house, to tell the truth. It was hard. I had to grow up at a young age, and I had to be able to not really take care of myself. I had help, but I was on my own for the most part.
I wanted to be the guy that people looked at. I don't care if you liked me or didn't like. I don't care. But said this motherfucker's gonna keep coming after whatever the is in front of him. I wanted that. I wanted that. I wanted that worse than anything in the world. I kept picturing me falling down and getting up, and every motherfucker called me n***. I was dumb. I wanted to feel something besides defeat. I wanted to just go the distance.
The way your guys say reinvent myself, it's just that I want to be up more than anybody on the planet want me to be down. And that's just what it's all about. Wanting to get the best out of yourself. Not competing with anyone else but you. And that's how we improve as a person. Improving ourselves.
I'm asking you to make a list of what you want. What kind of health do you want? What kind of skills do you want?
3 more rules I'll never break are live your life with character, honor, and discipline. And if you live that way, I guarantee you, your goals and dreams will get accomplished.
Stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody, homie. What's on your mind, just do it. Because what's destined for you, you're going to get it.
Change happens when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain of making a change. And in your situation now, it sounds like, well, this is less painful.
100%. I think that's the basis of most change. Like, if you are angry, use it. If you are sad, use it. Because, like, what else are you going to do with it?
If nobody is there to pick you up, show yourself.
Oh, it was this. This was Tuesday.
When nobody understands you, give yourself even just a second of recognition that you understand your own mind. You may feel like nobody is there, but I promise you have yourself, and that is a lot.
I'll never be a hero. I'm just an ordinary guy, and I've reached my damn limits!
Your limit? Who decides what your limit is? Instead of overthinking your setbacks, just focus on moving forward.
Is there any better feeling than being locked in?
No.
Like when you are locked in and you are, you're taking, and you're in a rhythm, and every day you're knocking it down, you never miss a step. Like you go to bed feeling great, you wake up feeling inspired, you go in the gym with energy, right?
The time and the commitment that you give to yourself, and to your body, and to your craft, and to your mind,
those things will take care of itself. And if it's meant for you to have, then it's meant for you to have.
Okay. I think I'm starting to get it. All right, let's see.
Leading up to it and it still didn't happen, you sleep better at night. You're okay with yourself because you gave your body, your mind, your soul, everything that you could ever ask for.
So today, don't think about it. Don't talk about it. Don't wish for it. Go for it. Dive, move, start, act. Trust me, it's the only way to get there.
You put so much practice into you that you can ignore every one of them that are telling you you're not gonna make it and still be able to make it because you have put the practice in that you know this is the process. It's such a daunting task that all the voices are saying no. But you still have the conviction that I know I can do this. And that's what it took for me to get here.
As you expand, they shrink into irrelevance. As you get louder, no one can hear them. You don't beat them, you cast a shadow so big, no one can see them to begin with. When people copy, they copy the wrong stuff because they don't know why it worked to begin with. And when it breaks, they don't know how to fix it because they didn't build it. So don't sweat it. Copycats will always be behind.
I want you to think about this. This vision sounds very big, and it is. None of this is easy, all of it is hard. But I want to inspire you, and so think about this. Big things start small. Thank you.
Patience. Patience is a skill we must master. Patience is one of the most valuable skills a human being must master. And I'm working hard to master it, and I feel I'm getting there, so time will show all of them. That's it. Right now, I'm focused on the bout. Focused positivity, good thoughts, and I'll say a prayer for those who try and curse me or try and bring harm to me with these type of things, and that's it.
Was fear of failure a motivator?
There's no way it reacted from that already. There's no way.
Ethic eliminates fear.
Yes.
There's no way. Okay, let me go back. Fuck you.
What you're capable of doing, what you're not.
If I can instill one piece of advice into all human beings, it would simply be to believe in yourself beyond, without a doubt. Believe in yourself and don't rely on anybody to believe in you. Don't rely on anybody to push you or make you better. Believe in yourself and only yourself, and allow that human being to make you a better person.
I think you know what you're supposed to do. Deep down inside, I think everybody does. And a lot of people just don't go after it, And like most people start out, they say, I want to be a this, but I'm going to get that to make sure I have something to fall back on. Yeah. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure because you're going, there's a possibility that I'm going to fall back. And when you put that out there, then you fall back. But if you just say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you go do it, you usually get your stuff the way you want it, man.
It's really up to you, the life you want to have. If you want a good life, then make good choices. You wake up in the morning with discipline saying, hey, I got to do the right thing. I got to work. What am I going to make? What's my choice going to be today? Do I make my life worthwhile, or do I just mess it up? We choose our joys and sorrows way before they happen. Keeping it simple. You do bad things are going to come back to haunt you. You do good things are going to come back to reward you.
The last 6,000 years reads like this: opportunity mixed with difficulty. That's how it reads. It isn't going to change. The man says, well, if it isn't going to change, how will my life ever change? Answer, when you change. And whether I'm talking to high school kids or business executives, my message is always the same. And it goes like this: the only way it gets better for you is when you get better.
The world belongs to optimists, because if you're going to do anything big, you have to believe that it can happen. Otherwise, it never will. Sean Puri says the cynics get to be right and the optimists get to be rich. 99% right and 100% wrong. They're right 99% of the time, but they're wrong 100% because the only thing that matters is the big one at the end. My first 9 businesses didn't really amount to anything. 9. As in, the first one, I spent time on it, it failed. Second one, this one will be different. Spent time on it, failed. And then the third one, this one, failed. And then 6 more after that. And it's painful as because the whole time everyone is telling you, I told you so. And they're right. Today. But not forever.
In order to do what you love, you gotta get through the obstacles of the things that you don't love.
In life, right?
Yes,
As
right?
you're trying to come up, yeah.
Yeah, getting over those hurdles, and then eventually they lead you to the thing where you're like, okay, now I'm ready to pursue said thing that I want to do. Even if you hate your job, you're supposed to be using that job for something to get to something.
We are what we repeatedly do every day. Therefore, excellence that we're striving for every single day. We wake up early, striving for it, pushing for it, giving it all in our workout every single day, striving for excellence. We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an accident, but a habit. You are what you repeatedly do every day. So whatever you're doing is what you become. If excellence is something you're striving for, then it's not an accident, it's a habit.
But if you want to begin to move into your own personal greatness, if you want to begin to really enjoy a happy, successful, healthy life, you've got to be willing to go against the tide. You've got to be willing to harness your will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it.
How can you beat someone who cannot quit? How can you beat someone who every time they go through a hard time, they get better and they get stronger instead of getting weaker and getting demoralized? How can you beat someone who looks back on all the tests that they've had and said, yeah, that wasn't dude, bring it on, okay? As opposed to the person who's like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And then a few months, another thing happens. Oh my God, I can't believe this happened. It's gonna be the person who has a stoic mentality, who looks at it and says this, okay, all right, we'll get through it. And then the next thing happens. Well, won't do that again, but we'll get through it.
And then you had all your media naysayers. Oh, scoring champion can't win an NBA title. Or you're not as good as Magic Johnson. You're not as good as Larry Bird. You're good, but you're not as good as those guys. I had to listen to all this, and that put so much wood on that fire that it kept me each and every day trying to get better as a basketball player. Now, I'm not saying they were wrong.
Right. Next day, no trade Wednesday.
But at the same time, as a basketball player, I'm trying to become the best that I can. You look for any kind of messages that people may say or do to get you motivated to play the game of basketball at the highest level, because that's when I feel like I excel at.
All right, let's go.
I'd do anything to win.
You give them this message that it's okay to be a man.
It's not okay. It's necessary. What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning. This thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death.
We all live in our own world of limitations. Some people can see farther than others. So therefore, when people judge what I'm doing with their logic, it can't be done. Their reasoning says it can't or shouldn't be done. Their knowledge of history says it can't be done. So their reasoning, their knowledge, and their logic clashes with my superior belief. Therefore, the result is they don't believe. And my thinking is so superior, and my knowledge is so positive, and my logic is so wise until it clashes with their mentality, which is down here and I'm up there. So by me being so high, I can see more and see farther than you. And you're looking up at me saying, Ali, don't do it. Don't do it. Ali, please stop, man, it hurts. But I'm at such a high level until I don't think like you. I'm not like you.
But you know why they say that. I mean, it's for the best possible reason. So.
They fear and they are wary. It looks dangerous to them.
That's
but
right.
It's not really that dangerous to me.
Hard work pays, you know what I mean? I'm no different than I was before. I just was committed and worked hard and earned it. And that's it. We are all equal, I feel, it's the work you're willing to put in and the commitment you're willing to put in. And I was committed this camping. I'm happy and proud to represent my team and our work.
But next day, I'm very capable and I learn that, listen, Cristiano, let's go. Life continue. Past is past, it's never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know that what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't know. I don't know, you don't know. So live the present. Go back to the gym, work, because you have more to show. You understand? Life continue. You cannot live in the past. I'm really good on that, you understand? I learned by the years that pain you're gonna have all the time, uncertainty and constant work. Constant work, constant work. Doesn't matter what's gonna happen in your life, you have to continue. This is the way I see the life.
Do you view this season as a failure?
Do you get a promotion every year on your job? No, right? So every year you work is a failure. Every year you work towards something, towards a goal, right? Which is to get a promotion. You work towards a goal. It's not a failure. It's steps to success. Michael Jordan played 15 years, won 6 championships. The other 9 years was a failure? That's what you're telling me. It's a wrong question. There's no failure in sports. You know, there's good days, bad days. Some days you are able to be successful, some days you're not. Simple as that. We're going to come back next year, try to be better, try to build good habits, try to play better, you know, and hopefully we can win a championship.
If you're focused on the past, you're controlled by fear. If you're focused on the future, you're controlled by anxiety. If you focus on others, you're controlled by them. See, whatever you focus on owns you. If you focus on yourself, you're at peace.
So I had this conversation with this guy the other day, and he was making a lot of good points, it seemed. He was saying that you don't need to get up early in the morning, and that working out early in the morning isn't that big of a deal, and it's better to do it later in the day. And, you know, I said, well, what if something comes up and I missed the workout that day? And he's like, told me that it's not that. It's nothing major. You don't need to worry about it. And he cited some scientific sources and whatnot. The guy was making a lot of good points. And I was almost going to listen to him, but then I realized the guy that I was talking with was myself. And he was a liar. Don't let your weak voice run things. Step up, do what you got to do. Go get some out.
The way you can change is you have to put aside enough money to give yourself a window. And you have to spend all your waking hours outside of whatever job you do planning your escape. And you have to come to the realization very clearly that you've...
So I'm trying to think right now. So there's SMT. We're on 1 hour internal buy side is what it is. What time is it anyways? 11:21. On the 15-minute, we broke internal go on top, and on the 15-minute, it just have to come down to be in discount. But we're getting SMT up here, and I don't want to take it because I didn't get a gap. I mean, there's this little tiny volume gap and stuff. But if we go on MES, I mean, there's clear SMT happening right there is what's going on. And I want to take the trade and target a 1 to 2 with that SMT, but it just doesn't have the gap and it's breaking my rules. Otherwise, I'd go for a sell right here. So I'm not going to go for it, unfortunately. It'd suck if it went through, though.
You got to be committed to it, and it's got to be important to you if you're able to do that.
When Kobe Bryant
Thank goodness.
away, his wife Vanessa was giving a speech, and she said that
Right, price is going to continue going up. That's what's going on right now. Yeah, look at that. Right, that's a bet. So let's stop at the 15-minute right there. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. Let me get rid of this. Thank goodness I didn't fucking take that. What time is it right now? 30.
And that's how he played through injury. It wasn't that he wanted the championship more or that he wanted the ring more. It was that I want to be there for my fans who are showing up for me.
I'm the one. I'm the one. No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it. The people that are running after their dreams are the people that are hungry. And as you run towards your dream, I want to dedicate this to you that I love very much, that if you want a thing bad enough to fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life
fuck
seems
me, dude.
useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply
Oh, that sucks.
that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity,
That sucks a lot.
and stern pertinacity,
We had a 15-minute version there. Oh, it's counted 15-minute.
can keep you away from the thing that you want. If dogged and grim, you besiege and beset it with the help of God you'll get.
Oh, fuck.
And you see this guy,
It's alright. It's whatever, dude. It's whatever. It's whatever. It's
He doesn't even
whatever.
look. He turns around and just waves because he knows it's in already.
What time is it? 12 o'clock on the dot. Let me go back 15 minutes and let me look at the 1 hour right now. Because on the 1 hour, is there an FEG down here? Yeah, there's also an FEG on the 1 hour. Would you look at that? There's a FEG right down here on the 1 hour that broke going up, and obviously it's in discount right now as well too. And not only that, the internal structure on the 15-minute, it's also going up. So that's two right there. I mean, that would have been actually a really nice setup if I was doing the inversion gap, but I did not take it. So it's all right. Let's keep going. Let's look at this one right here. So now I'm waiting for the next trade would be MES hitting buy side right over here, and if we get that, then we're finally going to get our first break of structure towards the top on the 1 hour. So let's go 15-minute. Next is about 11 o'clock.
If you have confidence, remember, confidence is not the absence of fear. It's knowing that you have what you need in order to succeed. Confidence, whatever you do, it's the most important thing. One of the most important things.
Let's look at M&Q. It's reacting from there. Price is going up. That is okay.
It's a little bit like, it's like someone who has a lot of money in his bank account, but no way of accessing it. Right.
And then what time is this?
Your full potential. And the way you build confidence is through preparation. So I embrace fear. I know it's a normal thing.
Next 15 minutes. There it is. Let's look at the 1 minute. This is buy side on the 1 hour.
When I move forward, no is not an option. I keep marching. As a young kid, not having the ability to speak and express myself.
I don't like that, dude. I just don't like that it's doing that. What time is it?
I couldn't play the game the way they wanted me to play the game.
Okay, let's keep going.
Put me on a level playing field, and I'll show you. Winning look good. Legacies are built. Legacies are built to last. But what type of legacy are you building? What protects your legacy? Life is precious. Have fun. Enjoy. Let's uplift our kids. Be strong. Be motivated. Stand tall. This is what my mama taught me. Stand tall. Stick your chest out. Hold your head up.
If you don't take
That's fucking crazy, dude. That is fucking nuts, dude.
There's only a certain window of opportunity for success. This is your opportunity of a lifetime. Take the 5%. Go the 5% distance. It's all head, it will drive you to the ground. You'll fail a few times. You'll fall on your face. Get up. Keep getting up. Keep getting up. And if you don't, you have to be happy for the rest of your life. If you don't take the last 5%, you have to be happy the rest of your life knowing it went to somebody else's door and knocked on their door, and you could have been that guy. It's up to you.
The structure that you use to orient yourself in your life is dependent on your values. And you might say, well, if you don't value human life, let's say, above all, well, then you don't value yourself above all. You value something else above that. You're going to pay for that in one way or another. Now, you might say, well, that's a price that I think is worth paying, or I don't think that human beings should be put on the top. You know, that's your prerogative. But you will absolutely 100% pay in full for everything that you've done and for everything that you haven't done. I mean, how can it be otherwise?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what are you going to do? Reality isn't going to make itself manifest because of your whim? That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and you know, you can think about that religiously or not. There's no escaping from what is.
Right.
And a lot of times, someone would go through traumatic experience and they'd have bad feelings about it. They'd have regrets about it. They'd have things that they wish they would have done differently. You did some things that you regret. There's nothing wrong with that. People make mistakes. Things don't turn out the way that they wanted them to. We made decisions and there was a bad result at the end of that decision. And instead of thinking, oh, I'm a terrible person, no, it's like, you made a mistake and that's okay and you got to move on.
If you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So a lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
Make this note. Don't become a victim of yourself. Forget the thief in the alley that's after your purse. What about the thief in your mind that's after your promise?
There's this thing about people and they talk about manifesting. It's fucking real, man. Manifesting is real. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up, you know, doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no excuses. There's no fucking days off. There's no, everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining. It's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want. They know who they are. And they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there.
It's crazy.
Most of those people make it.
He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
There's people like us where we're crazy in the sense that we believe it's almost delusional sometimes.
Yes.
You have, like, what's the one? I've heard this quote on the JRE before. It's like, greatness and madness are next door neighbors and they just borrow each other's sugar once in a while. Bro, I can manifest like a motherfucker. Everything comes from the imagination. Everything comes from the imagination. So the power of the mind, people don't understand. We still don't understand.
What day is this? This is Friday. Sheesh.
I can go into levels. I just can't tell.
Okay, what time is it right here?
I've manifested things.
Let me look at the 15-minute chart. 9:45. I'm completely fine with that. On the 15-minute chart, let's look at what's happening.
And this is through this, like, manifesting subconsciously as well. Just years of something just manifesting, and boom, it's right there. I'm just like, shit, I really made that happen. It's scary, man.
2 years in the gym.
Break a structure, change a character towards the bottom, internal, sweep of a high. Technically, we're still uptrending on the 15-minute. Let's look at this. Internal 15-minute. If we're looking at it all correctly.
I want to reassure you that no matter what the night, no matter what the storm, no matter what
excuse me.
there isn't anybody here that can't figure it out, find some things to do, step at a time, yes. Minute at a time, yes. Day at a time, yes. Week at a time, yes. But there isn't anything you can't walk away from. There isn't any challenge you can't overcome.
So then 15-minute break.
Belief in yourself.
Sweep of a low of the 1 hour, and we get a big push up. We got another break of structure on the 1 hour right here, but that's also would have been on the 15-minute. So then we start new again. 15-minute break. Last high, changing the state of delivery, internal structure. Right over here, break. So now my question is off of the internal 1 hour, should I go back to using... No, that's just too complicated. From there, then. Alright, let's keep going. See what happens.
Start to read it.
keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers, all down
Still waiting.
have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous
Still waiting.
on it. We become what we think about it. Now, it may be fantasy at first. It might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it. I watch people in the personality.
Gosh, that's fucking horseshit.
And all they're doing is starting to see themselves different. They're starting to think different.
That is fucking horseshit, dude.
I feel confident.
Such fucking horseshit.
That's simple.
You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be.
That's fucking horseshit.
Out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose.
If you want revenge for the bad things
1, 2,
that happen
3.
in your life, start with the version of you that hasn't lived up to your potential.
Connor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first
Let's
time.
close
You didn't have
this.
a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had were blueberries.
Let's do this.
Undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it. You called it.
Yeah, from
Internal bottom.
2 years ago in
15-minute internal.
go in my head that I'm
Low.
the best player in the league.
You know, I believe in the law of attraction. It's something that is like an internal belief. So I just feel it in my whole being that I'm the best fighter on the planet. I honestly have convinced myself that I'm not designed to lose. Power of the mind, and I believe that that you can speak things into existence. And I believe that when you know where you're going and you know what you want,
We don't got a trade.
way of stepping aside for you.
Still don't have a fucking trade set up. Let's look at the 1 hour.
And I've always had visions of better. I've always visualized better. And in times of struggle,
It'd have to come down here.
like driving down in a banger of a car that I had to push start, I'd be still driving a soft top Bentley around beautiful California in my head. And lo and behold, now I am driving a beautiful soft top Bentley around California. So I always visualized good things. I always visualized victory, success, abundance. I visualized it all, and it's all happened.
Around 2010, 2011, I went through this huge spiritual thing where I became obsessed with the power of the mind. Meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are, like how we really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief. So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was the shit, and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose. And I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from mental practice and meditation and
Go down, you piece of shit.
seeking knowledge from people who are
Go down.
believers.
I knew I was
Go
the
down.
person to bring martial arts
Go
to the
down.
guy.
Go down.
And now it's happening.
Go down.
Two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off.
Let me stop here for a sec.
Dreams come true. And that's what's happening.
Everyone is jealous of what you've got. No one is jealous of how you got it. People see the trophies, but not the training ground.
Everybody wants the view, but no one wants the climb.
A negative mind will find any way to
What
make
is
the
it
world
now?
fit his priors.
Right.
So if you go into a situation,
Oh, fuck me, dude. This is terrible fucking price action. I fucking hate this. Wow, about fucking time you break something. Jeez, you stupid fucking cunt.
That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park.
That internal structure just pissed me the fuck off. Holy fuck.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, you know, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever.
This was in like 1987, 85,
yeah.
And
I had nothing at that time, so it was like, but it just made me feel better. It made me, at that time, all it really was for me was kind of making me feel better. I would drive home and think, well, I do have these things, and they're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there.
It's a beautiful feeling when preparation meets opportunity. You know, nothing is impossible. You know what I mean? You can achieve anything.
That's how your mind works 24/7. It never turns off. You have got to change the way you think. It is the whole determining factor of where you go in life. We are all where we are today because we thought ourselves to this position.
Excuse me.
Like the position, think yourself out of it.
All that matters is how you see yourself. If you see yourself as the king, you know what I mean? You see yourself with all the belts and all everything. And no matter what no one else says, as long as you see that and really believe in it, then that's what's
Thank
gonna happen.
fucking goodness. Jesus.
The most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why would you be realistic? What's the point of being realistic?
Just put up a barrier.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. It's done. It's already done. The second I decide it's done, it's already done. Now we just got to wait for y'all to see.
Is there any limit to your ambition?
No.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I say I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I can do anything. You need to tell yourself if you're going to win or lose. And there is no opponent. There's no one. You're against yourself. I believe in myself so much that nothing is going to stop me.
The sky is the limit. And as a kid growing up, I believed that. I believed that whatever I put my mind to, and if I was willing to make sacrifices and I was dedicated, that I could achieve absolutely anything.
Because despite my situation at the time, I always believed that, I don't know why, but it seems like I had some voice in my mind who told me that it's gonna happen. How? I don't know, but it's gonna happen. Then I'm like, yes, I'm gonna do it. And that was just like 6 to 7 years ago.
Your words were your destiny. You spoke out your reality when you said, I'm gonna do that.
Connor, you've been dreaming about this moment. You've been talking about this moment. Honestly, though, does it feel the way you thought it would?
Yeah, it does. It feels beautiful. I dreamt this so much, so clearly, so precisely, and so frequently that it has manifested itself into reality. And that's what I am feeling right now. It's a dream come true.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it.
I love that quote.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do to be the best.
There is no try. It's crazy. That is fucking crazy, man. I can't believe it.
Everybody want to know what I would do.
I can't believe it.
I guess we'll never know.
How do I gain more confidence?
It starts with yourself, man. You gotta start diving into those things that you're afraid of. You don't gain confidence by going to a spot that makes you feel good. It's gonna be a false reality. What gives you confidence is not being afraid. It's overcoming the fear. I used to stutter severely bad. So right now, I don't know how many people are gonna watch this. You know what gives me confidence? Is knowing I no longer care if I sit here and start stuttering to you.
Yeah.
That's what gives me confidence, is facing these things, overcoming them. And maybe not overcoming them every day, but facing them. And facing them and facing them. Pretty soon like this, you know what, man, this is where it's at. It's not in that comfort zone. It's in the discomfort zone.
The only thing that you can do is win so big that all of them constantly compare themselves to you, and then you'll forget they exist. Success is the only revenge. He's like, it's not the best revenge. He's like, it's the only one. There's no other revenge. Because everything else is petty. Everything else does show that you were thinking about these people all day long, which means they win by default.
A few weeks ago, I was in the gym working out. When this NBA player walks in with his trainer. I could tell by the exercise they were doing, he was used to doing just 12 reps. Because when the trainer said, let's do 15 today, he got a little attitude. It became very clear to me on why he was a bench warmer. Having that bare minimum attitude will keep you out of that bench. It motivated me though. It was locked in my brain. It's still there now on how we sounded. It kept me in the gym another 2 hours. The thing about it is this. It's not just the 3 reps that he failed to recognize. It's what happens to those 3 reps that make you better. Never do the bare minimum. Stay hard.
Because I want to be great.
And you're not.
I want to be one of the greats.
People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a mother that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the after it every daggone day.
Connor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it. You called it.
Yeah, from nothing to something to everything.
Man, bro, when you really want something, you're going to find a way, ultimately. And it might not be today or next year or 5 years or 10 years, but this thing takes priority and precedent over all other things. And even then in this life, it's not necessarily guaranteed that you'll get there, but I know what's not guaranteed is you being comfy and getting there. That's not happening.
Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. So just a mentality, really. Aspirations come from people that do amazing things, but they're really ordinary people just waking up every day doing it, doing the little things that other people aren't doing. So
this guy just passed me. He said, Goggins, just be average today. Some of you just don't understand. Some of you been average for so damn long, you don't know what it is to do hard work. But there's a lot of you out there who want to be much more than average, but just don't know how to do it every single day, the grind. You need to find someone to oil those ears up. So check it out. This is a mindset. Maybe it's true, maybe it's
Dumb,
not.
stupid fucking bitch.
Out there who wants what you have, who wants the position you want,
Oh, fuck.
who wants the wife that you have, or the husband. There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you can have. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
Oh,
if
God.
it is, it's gonna be your ass. So make that a motivation for you. Stay hard.
We're not on the stage just because.
Man, all right, let's keep going on.
We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2-a-days or 5-a-days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way.
So let's see here quick.
We used it to make
1 hour FEG.
We were never satisfied.
Inversions, okay.
We'll never be retired. My high school English teacher, Mr. Fisk, he had this beautiful quote, and it read, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end, but for me, that time is not now. My next dream is to be honored one day for inspiring the next generation of athletes to have a dream, sacrifice for it, and never ever rest in the middle.
Why do we force? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
We will win, because we will hit all game. We are motivated. We are dedicated. We will win, because we are the best on the field. Could you do me a favor? Stop being scared to be you. Start being you. Fuck what they say. You keep worrying. Oh, they going. Fuck what they gonna say. Start being you. Listen, before you know, life is gonna be over, and you're gonna say to yourself, "I didn't live my life." I'm seeing too many people out here being clones of people that they never met just because they seen them on social media and they put this whole show on, this production of their life is so great that you don't even want to be you, that you abandon yourself. I ain't gonna never jump outside of myself or be nobody else. I'm gonna be me. Start being you and stop being everybody else. Stop being scared.
What's the least amount of sleep you played a game on? Story where it's like, no one knows about, where you went and played a game and it was so insane for whatever reasons.
No sleep.
See what happens here.
Played a game with no sleep. Zero sleep. Zero sleep. It's like, kids, Natalia had a certain, health situation or what have you, and you're staying up all night, and then you got to go out and perform because fans don't know, teammates don't know, nor do they care, nor should they, that you've been up all night. You got to perform, right? And so
Wow.
Just gotta go to work, man. I'm obsessed with finding myself
Okay.
now after and not having to prove anything to anybody other than myself.
You see this guy here staring back at you?
Yeah.
That's your toughest opponent.
Wow.
Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and
Okay.
I believe that in life.
I see that. That's fucking dope.
Now, when I was 15 years old, I had a very important person in my life come to me
Oh,
and say,
it's
I said, I don't know,
fucking dope.
a couple of weeks. I come back 2 weeks later. This
Okay.
person says, who's your hero? I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. No. She said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away.
The way I look at it within myself, or why not, or why can't I be the MVP of the league? Why can't I be the best player in the league? I don't see why can't I do that?
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
And there's only two types, winners and losers.
Winners don't make excuses when the other side plays the game.
Yeah, I heard a quote one time from Vincent van Gogh that really rang true. He said, he has dedicated his life to his art and he has lost his mind in the process. And when I sat and I thought about that, it sounded very familiar. I have given every single thing, every ounce of my life to this craft, to perfecting my craft, and I continue to do so. And in the process, I have lost my mind, but in a good way, to regular society, to people who wake up at 9 a.m., who clock out at 5 p.m. They would look at me and say, I've lost my mind, but me, I have found it almost.
Tired, 14 days, 13 days, whatever the hell it is, don't mean nothing. Tired is only in the mind. You tell yourself you're tired, you're gonna be tired. I don't get tired.
I'm emotionless. I am zen, at peace, ready for war.
If you want to be great, want to be baddest mother ever at what you do, you're gonna be misunderstood by everybody because you're gonna be so obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes.
That's the truth.
It takes every second of your life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of people. It is. But if you want to go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you do, you've arrived. When you are misunderstood to the point where people think you're psycho and you're nuts and you're this and that, why are you in the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning? You just got to doing an op for 13, 14 hours after Ranger School, man, at the gym. What is wrong? You will never understand what is wrong with me.
You're crazy until you're successful. Then you're a genius.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
So who's the best player in the world ever? Me.
Where does this confidence come from? What were you like as a child? Were you always like this? Did you know you were destined for greatness?
I was always one of those guys, yeah.
Oh, I can believe
it.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive. Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. They say stories like this only happen in the movies. I cannot believe it's happening to me. Mom, I just want an Oscar.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
The mind is but a magnet to what you want. You know what I'm saying? A law of attraction.
4th grade, I went in my closet. I said, I am going to the NBA.
When I was a kid, I used to visualize stadiums and like raising my hand and visualizing a arena full of fans, and that was something I done as a kid. I always had these visions of something. You have to do that. You have to battle with this.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve.
So a lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
Connor, you've been dreaming about this moment. You've been talking about this moment. Honestly, though, does it feel the way you thought it would?
Yeah, it does. It feels beautiful. I dreamt this so much. So
You know what's crazy
precisely, and so
is we did get SMT
has manifested
right over here.
That's what I am feeling right now. It's
It looks like we're gonna get the switch, but
not you. You've got the brains.
son of a bitch. It's already fucking Wednesday. I haven't taken a trade all fucking week, dude. Oh my gosh. So pissed.
Make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you?
There's this thing about people and they talk about manifesting. It's real, man. Manifesting is real. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it, like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up, you know, doing what they say they're going to do, doing who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no
14.
excuses, there's no
Yeah, there it goes. Well, fucking time. All right, let's keep going.
You know, everybody's against me, and this didn't happen for me because of this and that, and all this whining. There's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know.
Look at that. We get a big push up.
They lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
You know, true years in the gym, true wins, true
What is
losses,
that?
true life.
25.
I just realized that if you say it to yourself and you look yourself in the eye and look yourself in the mirror and truly believe that not a man alive can beat you, then that is the way it is. And
29.
it's true.
15 minutes.
Hours in the gym and preparation. I feel
So this is 1 hour sell side for internal.
Delusional quality that all successful people have to have. You have to believe that something different than what has happened.
We didn't get an inversion. We got this stupid fucking market structure shift with no gap.
Confucius said, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Wow, so your brain doesn't really know the difference between, say that again?
Between something that happened in real life or something that you strongly visualize.
But I don't like how it just goes up like that. Like, that shit's pissing me the fuck off right now, dude.
Just repeating, I can do it over and
Oh my fuck.
We did not come this far.
Fuck.
Just break down and lose now. Everything's not always about winning and losing. I'm a winner.
Shit.
There's people like us, we're crazy in the sense that we believe to be, it's almost delusional sometimes.
Yes.
Like, what's the one, I've heard this quote on the JRE before, it's like greatness and madness are next door neighbors and they just borrow each other's sugar once in a while. I literally, it was madness. It was me preparing for having a sports car, paddle shifts. So I shifted, 3.
It's fucking bullshit, dude.
Manifest like a mother.
1 hour sell side, we get a sweep, we get a massive push up. And on the 1 minute, this is what the fuck we get. It's not a setup for me. Unless it goes all the way the fuck back down, I will buy it if it goes all the way the fuck back down. But now look what's happening. It's just pushing away. There's no gap there. On the 1 hour, I mean, there's no fucking gap there. We get this little gap right here. Gosh, dude, that's fucking bullshit.
It's scary, man.
You have to understand, you are a magnet.
15 minutes.
Whatever you are, that's what you draw to you. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. You gotta create dream boards. You gotta put the new car up on your mirror. Put the weight you want to be on the refrigerator. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. That's the law of attraction.
And now here's my last question. On the questions to ponder is why not now?
Your future hasn't been written yet.
Okay, so we took out that low. We're uptrending.
If a person would sit down and
Let's look at the 1 minute here quick.
totally relax, and then start to visualize in their mind see themselves the way they want to see themselves. See how you'd like to live your life. See yourself living it that way. Now understand that that's a picture in your mind. And then take that picture and describe it. Write it out in the present tense. I am so happy now that I see myself, and write it out. Start to read it and read it and read it and read it every day. Carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers all down through history have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it, we become what we think about. Now it may be fantasy at first, it might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it. And when William James said, believe and your belief will create the fact, you will see the person's personality change.
Me signing my signature with Champion 2011 on it, can't hurt me. It can't hurt me. It could only help me to believe it even more, you know. So yeah, I mean, it works for me.
Everything is possible in your life when you believe. When you believe, everything is possible. Everything is possible.
Anything you say with the words I am, your subconscious will then take that as a command.
And I used to go up to Mulholland Drive every night, sit on the side of the road, look out at the lights, and go, you know, I'm a popular actor. I'm, you know, every director wants to work with me. And I used to like open my arms and imagine things, you know, things that I wanted to come in my way and stuff. I would stay up there until I actually believed that I had all these things. And then I would drive down the mountain feeling like the biggest star in Hollywood. I wrote a check out to myself for $10 million for acting services rendered. And I put it in my wallet and I carried it for that many years. And what happened was basically a few months ago, we did the deal for The Mask for $10 million.
$10 million payment for doing The Mask.
Right. And so it's very surreal for me. It's strange.
We become what we think about most of the time. And that's the strangest secret. This is why thinking is so vital. This is why a goal is so important. Because we will become that.
Connor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve
Holy
it.
fuck, it's about time we fucking win something, dude. I was starting to get fucking pissed.
That's where I am right now. And I've always had
So,
visions of better.
the reason why we took this trade
And in times of
is we got to change a character towards the top. On the 1 hour, this is our internal low for our 1 hour sell side. Looks like it was swept because obviously there's just a lot of liquidity down here. And then from there, we just get this massive rejection coming back up, big push up. We start to create gaps. On this 15-minute FVG, we get SMT.
This is intentional.
And then I took SMT and got a win. So that's pretty fucking nice. So let us keep going.
The person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you.
That'd be
When
MNQ.
your brain sees you high-fiving yourself in the mirror, it starts to go, oh, wait a minute, Steven loves himself. Steven's cheering for himself. We don't beat Steven.
Well, again, nothing changes for me, you know what I mean? I already felt like I had money back then, even though I didn't have money. I always felt like I was the champ, even though I wasn't the champ, you know what I mean? So nothing changes for me. I still feel the same way as I did before. I continue to do what I do day in, day out. I show up at the gym, I train. When I leave the gym, I take down notes of what happened in training, all the scenarios that have occurred, what we learned, what we did. I go back to the gym, I repeat. And then that's it, that's my life.
The 3 most common traits of highly successful people. Do you remember those?
So, the 3 most common traits of hyper successful people that they looked at, and it was interesting. So, number 1 was that they had a superiority complex. They thought they were better than other people and that they deserved more. The second is that they suffered from massive insecurity and feeling that they would never be enough. And third, they had impulse control.
Visualization activates your superconscious capabilities and releases your mental potential. The clearer the picture is in your mind, the more rapidly your subconscious and superconscious go to work to bring it into your reality.
My father always jokes that I could be doing anything. I said, listen, by the time I'm 25 years old, I'm gonna be a self-made millionaire. And he laughed at me.
How old are you?
I'm 24 now, so I feel like a millionaire. I feel like a superstar, and that's the way I felt back then when I first started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I kept that vision in my head. I kept that belief. I hit the gym. I trained hard. I believed in my abilities, and now here I am.
Let me leave you with some words from Muhammad Ali. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in a world that they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it.
Alright, let's keep going.
Impossible is not a declaration. It's a dare.
Like, you just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's like, it's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, you know. So for me, I want to represent possibilities. I want to represent the idea that you really can make what you want.
There's only one thing that's impossible, and that's to be a man that doesn't give up.
You need an alter ego, a version of you that's limitless. Make your weaknesses their strength. Make your insecurity their confidence. Give them a name. Give them traits. Create an amazing character. When you need them, let them take over. And eventually, you won't need to pretend. It will just be you.
This is why people who set goals achieve them. The trouble with men is not in achieving their goals. They do that. It's in establishing them. I think it's good to remember that if we just go along with the crowd, we won't wind up with much more than the wish that we could do it all over again, and as far as we know, you can't. If we want to amount to anything as individuals, we need individual goals, individual thinking, individual actions, and we must never conform to the big group.
This is the law of attraction. I mean, you have to, in the struggle, you know, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happening, you visualize more good things happening, that's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. And that was what I was able to do. I was able to, you know, even though I was having these troubles at home, and even though I had no job, you know what I mean, or whatever, I still was able to feel like it was. I'm sitting here holding the steering wheel, visualizing a brand new car and visualizing good things in times of struggle. And that, when you can do that, I think that really makes that law of attraction work. I think it really attracts to you more, you know what I mean? Because that is harder to do when you're in the struggle to visualize these things.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're here for a purpose, to enrich the world. Your destiny is in your mouth, in your mind. Once you receive that level of confidence, you know what I mean, and it's practiced properly, it will surpass a genius. There's nothing more supreme than confidence. Confidence breeds success, and success breeds confidence. Applied properly, you're inconquerable.
I am in a state of zen. The closer the fight comes every time, I say it over and over, the face becomes blank. There is no face. It's just blank and a fresh body type. I am calm, cold, ruthless, and ready to take out the body that's in front of me.
Ever since you came to the UFC, the confidence has been sky high. You said you were going to be the champion. You said you were going to take over. You've achieved all that and probably more. You really have taken over the sport. Undoubtedly the biggest star in it. Where does this confidence come from? You know, confidence grows through work ethic, through seeing what's happening around you, and that's it. I put the work in, and it's paying off.
Whenever you think you can't, the confidence comes from the thing that you built. You must build belief. You must build confidence. I can knock that shit out. It's belief, and it's built on what you put in to yourself.
We're all in a battle with our own person.
You've achieved all that and probably more. You really have taken over the sport. Undoubtedly the biggest star in it. Where does this confidence come from?
You know, confidence grows through work ethic, through seeing what's happening around you, and that's it. I put the work in, and it's paying off.
Whenever you think it's not always about winning and losing. I'm a winner.
Shit.
There's like us, we're crazy in the sense that we believe to be. It's almost delusional sometimes. Yes. Like, I've heard this quote on the JRE before.
Still training. And I couldn't even, I wasn't a great swimmer. I was afraid of the water, all this man. And I saw these guys just quitting. But at the very end, it says 22 guys. There's commanding officers up there, and he gives this great speech. I was like, man, I wonder. So I started visualizing me being the 23rd guy in these dress whites, sitting there with these guys, getting that Navy SEAL, you know, graduating this Navy SEAL training. I was like, God. So I put myself there. I was like, man, that's an amazing feeling. I put myself there at 297, not even able to do anything that these great men were doing. I said, man, if I could feel that, that would change my life.
I kept going, not because I wanted to. Trust me, all of me wanted to stop. I kept going because I deserved to know what not giving up on myself felt like.
Great rule, you become what you think about, but you become what you say to yourself. So what you do is you say to yourself these magic words. You say, I never give up. Say it. Say, I never give up. I like myself and I never give up.
Around
2011,
I went through this huge spiritual thing where I became obsessed with the power of the mind, meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are and our level of self-belief. I just took myself to this different mental level where I took myself from being average, very average-minded, to actually believing that I was the shit and believing that I could be the shit and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose. Like, I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from mental practice and meditation and visualization and just seeking knowledge from people who are strong believers.
You know, I always dreamed as a kid that it was possible to score 80 or 90.
That's leaving. All right, dope. So price might continue up then, unless it goes down. There it goes. So we've got an internal top now. Internal top. Let me go back to about 10 o'clock right there. Let me look at MES. What is MES doing? MES is still going up, so 1, 2. There we go. Okay.
Summer, I made 1,000 shots a day. 1,000.
So now right here,
Visualize yourself being, doing, and having the good which you desire. And when you impress
right here to about right here, we know price is going up. It's not in the 50% range, but did we get SMT? 15 minute. Let's look at the 1 minute here. Nah, no SMT. That's all right. So then we're just going to keep going.
Once you figure out your brain, you become unstoppable.
I think price is going to try to hit buy side today.
Your brain's amazing. Once you feed it the right conversation, the right mental nutrients, the right mental supplements,
Fuck me, dude. It's already too late, isn't it?
at the right time.
Let me look at the 1 minute here.
With the right proof of what you've done in the past.
Let me close this.
Send that right to the right circuit, dude. You're a beast. A beast.
I truly believe we are all equal as human beings. If we are obsessed with something and we
Alright, yeah. Price broke above it.
with everything we have, regardless of any,
So we're going to go to the 1 hour.
if you are obsessed,
We just created a break of structure towards the top.
philosophy that I carried. I remember during a
Break of structure top.
I was in the car park and I was pissing.
Let's look at MES.
I just said to myself, there was some music playing and it was like there wasn't even words to it. It was just a kind of a beat, and I got like real. I went somewhere with it, and I was like, I'm
Let's look
out
at the
of it.
15 minute.
I'm just drive out of this building, so I head
We're
home
still in this bitch.
and pursue this dream of becoming a world champion in
M&Q.
mixed martial arts, and that's what I did.
What is this, 11 o'clock?
My mother and father said, how come you're not still at work? And I said, I'm never going to go back
o'clock.
to that site, another day in my life. And then all hell broke loose. But through hard work, through dedication, they saw what I was pursuing, and they supported me, and I done it. I did it.
Visualizing is my biggest tool of life. That's why I've been able to put myself in cold water, put myself in a 100-mile race, and I'm able to go through the race and see how I'm going to feel at mile 50. Almost to the exact feeling.
What day is this? Thursday.
It's no surprise. I've already done this a million times. And that's the one thing I practice and practice and practice and practice overnight. But also, the most important thing is I practice that feeling of accomplishment that I'm going to have.
Write everything you want on a piece of paper. Everything. I don't care. Use your wildest imagination. If you can think it, you can achieve it. Write it on a piece of paper. Read it every morning and every night. Come back here 1 year from today and see how much of that stuff then came true.
I will attract into my life what I am, not what I want. So that's the difference. It's like you get what you are rather than what you want. So you want to become.
And I had one of the greatest lessons I ever learned, and I'm about to share it with you. Set a goal that'll make you stretch that far. And he said, here's why. For what it will make of you to achieve.
I bet you it'll sweep that high and then push down. Let's look at the 1 minute now. So I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. So 1 minute.
What a brand new reason for setting goals. What an all-encompassing challenge to have a better vision of the future.
Look at that, we got a market structure shift.
See what it will make of you to achieve it. And here's why. The greatest value in life is not what you get.
Give me some like SMT or something.
The first rule that I always talk about to success is you got to have a very clear vision of where you want to go. Because if you don't have that, you're just floating around. And so, you know, I was
Okay, now let's take a peek.
that I created that vision. Visualizing became a normal thing. If I can see it,
Oh, would you look at that?
it must be a reality. And I can
It's fucking reacting off of the fucking buy side. Oh, actually, it broke above it.
a reality. So it was only then a matter
That sucks, man. That just fucking blows.
because every single time
What time is it?
when I had a vision of
7.
anything, I had to work my ass.
Beach.
What you have at the moment, Mr. Owen, you've attracted.
Close.
What you have at the moment, you've
And
attracted.
let's look at the 15. Let's look at 1 hour again.
There are simple principles here. Once you understand these, it starts to explain so much. Now, sometimes it's a little tough to take, blaming yourself instead of the marketplace, taking responsibility instead of putting it off on someone else. That transition sometimes is a challenging mission. And this one was a little tough. So, Mr. Owen, you've got pennies in your pocket, you've got nothing in the bank, the creditors are calling, you're behind on your promises. And he says, here's how that occurs. You've attracted, up until now, you've attracted the things to you because of the person you've become. Now I said, well, how can I change all that? He said, very simple. If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more. And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes. And he said, it'll all change for you.
You attract what you feel, what you are, what you attract. What's on your mind?
It's like the law of physics. I don't know how anybody can disagree with that. It's just ask any physicist; they'll tell you that it's true.
You attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is what are you becoming? See, the big question is not what am I getting paid?
Dude, I'm fucking tired.
What am I becoming here?
You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Now think about that. If you want to attract what you want, you've got to see yourself already with it. Start to see yourself mentally. Use your imagination. See yourself already in possession of the good you desire. That will flip your mind onto a specific frequency, and you do think on frequencies. It's on that frequency that good you desire is going to start coming toward you, and you will start moving toward it. If you want to attract what you actually want, you've got to see yourself now already with it. It's only a period of time till it manifests in physical form.
Never stop. No matter how many failures. When you know you're doing what you're meant to do, you have to try.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way. This could mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind. Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing at a park bench. It could mean jail. It can mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance, or how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds, and it will be better than anything you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There's no other feeling like that. You'll be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire.
Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is.
I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse, so I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size, we're eating every single night each. We're eating good, we're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to.
Now, the latest research in neuroscience says you can change your brain just by thinking. So then, as you begin to think,
Fucking 9 o'clock. There's no way.
and your brain begins to fire in new sequences and new patterns and new combinations, and you begin to plan your behaviors, and you begin to review in your mind, mentally rehearse who you're going to be in your life. The mere action of mental rehearsal begins to install the neurological circuits in your brain. Now your brain is no longer a record of the past.
There's a law of attraction in the universe that says that you attract into your life people and circumstances in harmony with your own thinking. So if you start to read really good material, set goals, commit to your own personal development, strive to become good at what you're doing, listen to positive audio programs, associate with positive people like at this seminar, what happens is you set up a force field of energy that is invisible, but it attracts into your life people, circumstances, possibilities, opportunities that would not have been there in the absence of your own changed thinking.
The person who's living in lack is waiting for their wealth to feel abundant. They're waiting for their success to feel empowered. They're waiting for their healing to feel gratitude. They're waiting for their new relationship to feel love. That's the Newtonian model of reality, of cause and effect, waiting for that event to happen to take away this separation or lack. Nothing wrong with it. It's the way most people create. But what we've discovered is actually something else. The moment you feel gratitude, your healing begins. The moment you feel worthy and abundant, you're generating wealth. The moment you're empowered, you are moving towards your success. The moment you're in love with yourself and you're in love with life, you'll create an equal. And so that's causing an effect, right?
When doubt creeps into your mind, remember that whatsoever a man believeth, that shall he also reap. Remember, faith is not something you get. Faith is something you already have. But you may be using it in reverse gear by believing in the circumstances and things you do not want.
I want to go for a short, and I want to take the inverse that happened right here off of buy side, especially with the change of character going towards the bottom. I want to take it right fucking here, but I'm afraid it's going to go up towards, I don't know if you'd even call this a rejection block, is what you'd call it.
As you think, so shall you be.
But that is such a massive stop loss, especially on M and Q. So like I'm trying to think right now, because I want to go for a short. I want to go for a short, man. Look at MES. It's reacting to that 15-minute. This is the last candle to sweep. Price pushes down, right? M and Q. Fuck it, dude. We're going for a sell. We're going for a market. And then my stop loss, we're just going to put it right above this high right here. And then we're going to go for 60. 60, confirm. Go market. We're going to go sell again. We're going to do 2 contracts, 60 bucks. I like that. So now we got the inverse.
But it also means that as you start to succeed, you succeed more and more rapidly.
We got the inverse. I'm not going to take 50% because of how massive this is. I'm just going to take the top of that inverse. We got the market structure shift. Yeah, I'm taking this. All right, let's see what happens. Fingers crossed it doesn't react to the rejection block and then just fucks me. All right, just let me have this inversion. Oh. Okay, very good, very good. Better. Okay, very good, very good.
You see that guy over there by the fax? Take a good look.
Yes!
He's never gonna make partner. Okay, let me guess. Because he threw a lousy rookie dinner. No, because he doesn't get it. Get what? He doesn't get that doing good work isn't the whole job. Part of getting it is that things like the dinner actually matter, even when you don't think they do. Get it through your head. You start behind the 8 ball, you'll never get in front.
It's like a snowball. A snowball starts off very small, but it grows as it adds millions and millions of tiny snowflakes and continues to grow as it gathers momentum, turning into an avalanche that takes the whole mountain.
We got that off of the inversion. I'm very happy about that.
Everything changed for me when I understood this.
But the question is if I take the inversion, excuse me, where should I leave my stop loss? Where should I leave my stop loss if I take the inversion?
You can make a living, which is fine. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fine.
Rome wasn't built in a day. We all know that. Everyone hears that. But Rome also didn't fall apart overnight.
And let me show you guys. This is buy side. Right? On the 15-minute change in the stated delivery, right over here from this. So on the 15-minute, we're going down. Looks like it sweeps up buy side. We get a market structure shift. We've got an inversion right here. I'm not taking 50% because of how high all this is. So I took it up at the top. I set it above this last green high right here, and it looks like we got it, which is phenomenal. Maybe I should set it to the last high. I don't know. I don't know where I should set it for the inversion, but I'm so fucking happy I got that shit, dude.
Are you getting better every single day? That's the question. And it's just taking small steps. You don't try to get it all done in one day, in 1 week, in 1 year. It's the process of getting better every day and doing that for a period of years that then create the masterpiece.
Big things have small beginnings.
You've heard of the butterfly effect, right? Butterfly flaps its wings, one part of the planet. On the other side of the planet, there's a tsunami. That's exactly what happens in your life. Every choice you make ignites the butterfly effect. One little choice ignites a tsunami on the other side 10, 20 years down the road. Either positive or negative. Every one of them.
Most of us know what we could do to change things for the better. And we spend our time and our energy talking ourselves out of doing those things. And the other thing that I convince people of, because this is so true, it's the littlest stuff. The little things make all the difference. A true change comes down to 5-second windows.
And so you take an incremental step and, well, now you can lift 55 pounds instead of 52.5 pounds. You think, well, what the hell's that? It's like, it's one step on a very long journey. And so it starts to compound on you. So a small step today puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. And then that puts you in a position to take a slightly bigger step the next day. And you do that for 2 or 3 years, man, you're starting to stride.
Doing the thing in spite of not wanting to do the thing is discipline, right? You don't need motivation to get yourself up to go and do a thing. Make the promise small, build it up step by step. Know that you are going to have setbacks, and this is my favorite rule from James Clear, which is
I'm gonna have a cigarette. I'll be right back, guys.
a habit missed twice is the start of a new habit.
I am going to have a cigarette.
And so that's the good news, you might say, is that you can take very small steps, even ones that might be shameful in their size, and you have to admit that to yourself. But once you get the ball rolling, it doesn't roll in a linear fashion, it rolls in a geometric fashion.
The difference between
you and the average person is you're willing to take more pain. You're willing to take more no's. You're willing to work longer and harder hours. You're willing to put in the suffering that other people just won't do. They'd rather go home and watch television and go drinking and watch sports on the weekends and so on, but all the people who are successful are willing to take the pain that goes with their work. And the greatest pain of all is being told no, being rejected, because we take it personally. We think there's something fundamentally wrong with us or our company or our product, and it hurts us and we feel bad inside. But once you can change your thinking about that and say, hey, no is good. No's are inevitable. They go with the territory. Promise you, if you will pursue no's, if you will go for no, if you'll try to get as many no's as possible, you're going to be a big success in life. Nothing will stop you. Because the more you get no's, the smarter you get, the faster you get, the quicker on your feet you get, and the fewer no's you get. The very willingness to go out and get all the no's makes it likely that eventually you get fewer and fewer no's and more yeses.
You don't achieve worthwhile goals quickly or easily. They take time. They take relentless pursuit, day in and day out. That's what it takes.
There was a kid who everyone underestimated. Too small, too quiet, too ordinary. But every day while they laughed, he worked. In the gym, in the books, in the shadows. He knew one truth. Effort beats talent when talent doesn't try. Years later, they asked him how he did it, and he just smiled, because they never saw the grind. It's the quiet hustle that makes the loudest impact.
The compound effect reveals the core essentials responsible for the success of every superachiever you will ever read about. This is the bottom line. Success is not doing 5,000 things really well. Success is doing about a half a dozen things really well 5,000 times.
At least at first, it's a slow process. A little slip here, a little setback over there, a little wearing down of discipline and will over time. That's the thing.
Success counts. The law of accumulation says that everything counts.
So we training here tomorrow, 5 a.m.
Nah, I got other plans.
You mean you want to go to Philly?
No. Listen, you want to change things in a big way, and you need to make some big changes.
One step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time, one step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time.
Your father was special. Tell you the truth, I don't know if he's special. Only you're gonna know that when the time is right. And it ain't gonna come overnight. You're gonna take a beat, you're gonna take this, you're gonna get knocked down, you're gonna get up, and you're gonna see if you got the right thing. But you gotta work hard. I swear to God, if you're not gonna do it, I'm out.
Okay, every punch I ever thrown has been on my own. Nobody showed me how to do this. I'm ready.
So now you gotta ask yourself, are you here to prove something to other people? Or prove something to yourself?
If all your books, videos, and tweets were erased from the internet forever, and all you had was the next 60 seconds to leave to the world, what's the most useful thought you could leave to the world?
Figure out what you want, ignore the opinions of others, and do so much volume that it would be unreasonable that you would be unsuccessful.
You must be willing to extend yourself to the limit, with no guarantee of success. Every day, you must ask yourself, did I do enough?
Have you heard the story of the pottery class? So there's there's a teacher and he's got two classes that he teaches. And one class, he says, the only assignment for this whole semester is that you come back with a perfect clay pot. That's it. That's the assignment. The other class, he says, your objective is to make the most total quantity of clay pots, and you'll be measured by how many pots you make. And at the end of the quarter, the pots that came from the team that had to just make sheer volume, not only did they make more pots, but the quality of all of their pots was better compared to the teams that only had to make one. And it just underlines the biggest lesson that I've learned in my life, which is that volume negates luck.
the story of the bamboo. Bamboo spends its growth time under the dirt, 5 to 7 years. And then within a couple weeks, it shoots up meters and meters into the sky. And people are like, whoa, bamboo grows so fast. No, it didn't. It took years. You just couldn't see it. So when you see growth and you see wins, it comes from consistently compounding wins.
Nothing's ever going to be given to you. Everything's going to be earned. If you don't go out there and put in the work, you don't go out and put in the effort, one, you're not going to get the results. But two, and more importantly, you don't deserve it. You didn't earn it.
Here's the problem. You don't see how the consequences of that small, seemingly insignificant, poor choice in the moment has. In the moment, it doesn't look like it matters at all. You don't have that heart attack. Your face doesn't shrivel up. You're not shoved into the unemployment line. And your thighs don't turn thunderous. Oh, but you have done it. You have activated the compound effect. And that choice becomes behavior. And behavior that repeats becomes a habit. It accumulates, and then it compounds into calamity, into divorce, into career failure and financial ruin. The good news is the compound effect works in the other direction as well. You don't need to radically make over your life. You don't need to make quantum leaps of change. You don't need to completely overhaul your personality, your character, and your life. Super small, seemingly inconsequential adjustments can and will transform everything.
You can try to be lucky and pick the one perfect thing and try and make it, but if you don't want to try and be lucky, you can just do so much work that you will brute force your way to figuring it out. Like if you do 1,000 podcasts,
perhaps are very uncomfortable to you, or I'm going to put down a boundary, or I'm going to say no to this and yes to this. Tiny little things repeated over time is what produces dramatic change. And it's like this curve, it's like this very slow curve until it asymptotes up. And everyone wants to talk about the pivot moment when it goes skyward, but the truth is the real work is in the drudgery.
Correct.
And the difficult, anonymous work of shoveling shit every single day.
The average person thinks of terms of morning or afternoon. The above average person thinks of hours. The successful person thinks of half hours. The very successful person thinks in terms of minutes. They allocate their time carefully. Now the only way that you can do that is what? Is you've got to keep track of what you're spending your time on. 60, 70, 80% of people are not aware of how they spend their time. They think they spend a lot of time in meetings. It turns out they spend a lot of time socializing. They think they spend a lot of time working on reports. It turns out they spend a lot of time on the telephone. They think they spend a lot of time doing important jobs. It turns out they spend a lot of time wasting time. So keep a time log or just keep a sheet, and whenever you have a chance to look at your watch, write down what you're doing at the time, or have somebody else watch what you're doing and feed back to you how you're spending your time. And then you have to ask, is how I'm spending my time consistent with my major goals, my top priorities, my high payoff tasks? And you'll find that it's not. And you'll also find that you feel frustrated and you feel stressed if you are not working your time on the things that you're supposed to do.
Whatever it is that you're pursuing to achieve or create or express in the world, I think a lot of people back out before that happens. The fact that you've been doing this for a world.
Every single night I would go to bed, rest my head on that pillow, and I would go, I'm gonna make $1 million this year.
Remember, the starting point of becoming a millionaire on the outside is for you to become a millionaire on the inside.
The attitude is it can't be done because they haven't seen it. They're judging according to appearances. The people that are going to make it in the future, the people that are making it today, let me share something with you. History is being read, but it's also being written by people with imagination.
Look, I'm getting paid to learn how to run a business. Rather do things when I want and how I want and get paid more at some office job and eat shit. That ain't what I'm after.
Oh, so you
Okay,
are
I'm back.
Right.
And what's that?
Freedom. Freedom from all of it.
And a man provides.
Anyone says money can't buy happiness can transfer it to my account.
If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive.
Most people are thinking of how little money they have. They worry about being broke. They're worried about lack and poverty. They're worried about the prices of everything, and they're wondering why they're not flourishing financially, because they're thinking about poverty and lack rather than prosperity and abundance. You can program yourself to think like self-made millionaires. And remember, it has to start on the inside before it ever comes true on the outside.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't fucking have any. They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
No, don't future.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Someone has to be the one to break the cycle in your family. Why not you? Break the financial struggle cycle.
I'm in no position to tell anyone how to live, but sneaking out like this, quitting, you'll regret it for the rest of your life.
It just got too hard.
It's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great.
I have to believe I got some kind of say over our lives.
I'm determined now. I've been through the thick and thin of it. You know, I may be young, but I've lived plenty of life. I'm ready to start living it good. You know, my daddy always told me it's going to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. It's time for things to get better. That's what I want.
Most vicious propaganda ever. People kept telling me that money wasn't everything, and I believed it. Until I found out that the people who were saying that money wasn't everything were the people that had all the money.
Quit let your outside world, don't let your outside world, don't let previous or present results control your thinking. Visualize what you want, get emotionally involved with it. The understanding leads to faith, and the faith manifests on the physical plane as health or well-being.
Do I have this one saved? This one's actually pretty good. Sounds really good so far, too.
I've watched people who are in terrible state literally change your life.
Let me give you the key phrase on setting goals. Set the kind of goals that will make something of you to achieve them. Set the kind of goals that will make something of you to achieve them.
Be you transformed by the renewing of your minds. In other words, you change your conditions by changing your self-image. If you see yourself as a person who is in a vale of tears and under conditions and circumstances, that's the way you will be until you change your mind. Also, one of the techniques that I teach is called visualization. It teaches the person to see himself being, doing, and having the good which he desires.
Okay,
The Bible says where there is no vision, the people perish. And it simply means that if you cannot see yourself in a better condition,
At 10 o'clock.
the condition that you're in. And so by teaching individuals to see themselves in a better condition, they are led into the correct ways and means
So let's take a look.
of doing better, and having better.
This is internal break towards the bottom.
Don't join an easy crowd.
This is internal bottom. It's coming into an FEG. Let's look at the next 15 minutes. And never comes back up. And then we're at the 1 hour FEG. Now let's look here. Alright. Let's see what happens here.
If I set this goal and go for it, not only will I achieve it, but what will it make of me in the process? What a whole new concept on setting goals.
We don't talk business. Because that's what it's about, right? Money. When I got other shit on my mind to put.
We got we didn't get an inversion. But we got a market structure shift. And you get that big push up.
Must be brought into reality by the superconscious. This is the reason for the greatness of every man and woman who ever lived, every great leader,
We wonder
author, poet, or business person, and you can tap into this
if it'll react off of it.
by defining with crystal
Or if it'll go down some more.
what it is you want, and then thinking
Let's look here again.
about what you want, keeping your mind only on what you desire, and keep it off of everything else until it comes into your reality.
You're supposed to be broke, but that's just how it is. in your
Goes.
family. That is not. You could be the one in your family to change the trajectory of your
Inversion.
People only root for others at 2 times. First,
when they're at the beginning of the race, second when they finish. Neither is when you need it. So, you have to master
No
the middle.
inversion.
The boring, exhausting, soul-crushing middle. That's where the
There
winning
we go.
happens, on your own. People will only cheer for you as long as you can't beat them at the game they value most. Friendly reminder that every person who doubts you is right until they aren't.
Look what happens. We get the inversion. We get a market structure shift with a gap. Super, super nice.
Shoaff said once you become a millionaire, Mr. Rohn, you can give all the money away. Because he says what's important is not the money.
I'm trying to think right now, guys.
I think once you've actually learned how to really try one thing for an extended period of time, every single day, and taken all of your discretionary effort and your money and your time and your resources and put it towards just doing that thing, you realize how easy it is to beat everyone else because of how few of them actually do that.
So we're in a 1 hour FEG.
95% of the people live their entire life and never live the way they want to live.
And it reacted very well from it.
In this country, they'll work productively, let's say for 40 of their
And then it tagged in on the 50%. Look at that.
conclusion, geez, I better start thinking for myself rather than follow everybody.
Inversion.
Job, they look around to see how everybody else is doing their work, and they start doing it the same way. They should start
Tagged you in.
Any of these people know what they're doing. Is there a better way to do it?
You're going to make a decision right now today.
1 to 2. Is it going to hit the 1 to 2? It does. Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
Anything anybody else does, you're quite capable of doing. But you've got to make a decision to do it. And don't worry about where the money or everything's going to come from. It'll come. And you make a decision. You'll always find the money. The way will always show itself.
Yeah, right? Life's hard. It's supposed to be. If we didn't suffer, we wouldn't learn a thing.
Observe, I use the word demand, not beg. The Creator never intended for you to beg for anything. If he had, he would not have blessed you with full control over your own mind. If your life is not what you want it to be, you can change it.
You have got to start expecting great things to happen for you in order for it to happen. It is the law of attraction. It is real. It is nothing fake about it. The Bible says a man is as he thinketh. If you live your life in expectations, that's what happens to you. If you live your life in despair, that's what happens to you. The moment you change the frequency that your tower emits, different things come back to you.
I think the message is really very simple. What we give out, we get back.
Look at that.
We don't want to give out negative things. What
Look
we
at
believe
that.
about ourselves becomes true for us. Wake up to your own potential.
10 o'clock.
Realize how divine and magnificent you are, and realize you have the power to make changes.
1 hour.
Stuck. You can begin to make changes by changing the way you think. It'll work miracles.
Low, high. Break a structure towards the top.
If you want to be successful, here's the thing you have to do. You have to jump. There is no way around it. Every successful person has jumped.
As a matter of fact, you can do anything within reason.
Okay, let's take a look. How long have we been streaming for? 2 hours, 3 minutes. Not bad. That's not bad.
And keep it directed to the attainment of the things you want and off the things you do not want.
In order to unlock your full potential, it's absolutely essential that you understand the relationship between the conscious and the subconscious mind. There are thousands of books have been written on this subject. There's tremendous complexities. There's references to the conscious and the subconscious, especially the subconscious, throughout all of human history. The subconscious is often called the powerhouse of your being.
I dare you to try it.
Okay, let's look again.
On a piece of paper. Everything. I don't care. Use your wildest
Okay, let's look again.
If you can think it, you can achieve it. Write it on a piece of paper. Read it every morning and every night. Come back here 1 year from
Excuse me, just having some beers.
If you make the effort to sit down and design
Now let's look at this, right?
the most important thing, and you spend time every day feeding it like a gardener feeds a seed, you will produce fruit. It may take some time in the beginning, and it may take some time in developing the art to control your mind from all the things that it needs to do. But Most people stop because they look for the results in their world after a small amount of effort. And when they don't see those results,
Excuse me again.
they immediately discount its possibility. And yet, right on the other side of that is the potential still existing. We're lazy as human beings. If we don't get our quick, immediate fix on what we need, we're impatient. We should be willing to sit down and take a piece of our day and set it aside and give thanks that we have life.
Your great life is in front of you. It's not behind you. What you did back there ain't got nothing to do with what God got for you. What you did back there was learn the lessons to get you to where you are at this particular moment right here. But what God got for you, do you know, man, that you can actually mess your life completely up? You can jack it all the way up, and you can turn around and get it right.
I had a teacher in the second grade, this Irish woman, who said, whenever I want something, I pray to the Virgin Mary and I ask her for it, and I say I'll do something in return, and I get whatever I want. I'm sitting at the back of the class going, good deal. I went home. I said a prayer. I asked for a bike. My father couldn't afford a bike. All my friends had bikes. I asked for that, said I'd say the rosary every night. 2 weeks later, I walk into my apartment. It was a brand new Mustang bike, banana seat, big handlebars. 2 weeks later, I won in a raffle that I didn't enter. It was a friend of mine who walked into a store and put my name down. So I've been operating my life like that ever since. And Hollywood was the same thing. It was a creation of my mind to begin with. What you do is you put it out there like it already exists. You feel it.
I wonder what it reacted to right here. Let me look at the 1 hour. Give me a sec.
Right here, may I remind you of the great importance of following the principle of a positive mental attitude.
Look at that.
This is the principle you will need most in converting
Let's look at the 1 hour.
into assets.
I don't give a what you think.
Break a structure top.
I don't care what you think about me. I had come from
Look at the 15-minute again. This is the last low before that big push up.
created this survival instinct where I would cut people out, you know, and minimize opinions. And the way that I would do that is I had to believe that my opinion was greater than everybody else's opinion around me.
If you concentrate on the good and you concentrate on nothing but good coming to you, that's what's going to come. The thing that you will attract is what you focus on. Focus is the key. Focus on the good that you desire. Start to see it coming into your life. A couple of times a day, sit down, let yourself relax, and give thanks for all the good that's coming into your life, and see all the good that you want coming into your life. But have a deep feeling of gratitude, and sit down and mentally let yourself get into that vibration, and do it frequently.
And it is important for you to take that pen back that people have written in your book of life, and realize there's many other pages that are blank that you could start rewriting how the story goes. But you have to give yourself permission first.
I dare you to take your gift and do it over and over and over. Watch what he do. The Bible says your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men. Don't say nothing about your passion or your education. Your gift. If you do that, God will change your life.
If I have this dream, if I have this goal, how bad do I want it? You sit down and you say, what would it be like to be super healthy, super wealthy, super in love? You ask that question and your brain gets really creative. It starts combining circuits in new ways and you start getting this vision of the future. It becomes so real that you start to feel the emotion as if you were actually there. That moment, the stronger the emotion you feel when you hold that vision, the more you'll remember that vision. That's creating a memory. So the person comes out of the resting state and they make a decision with such firm intention that the amplitude of that decision carries a level of energy that causes their body to respond to their mind. We could say then they're giving their body a taste of the future emotionally, and somehow they begin to embody whatever that future is, and now they begin to move in a different direction. They start trusting in their future more because they feel like they're connected to it. Intention is really meaning. You got to have a meaning behind what you're doing.
What you say and what you think, and I tell this to my kids all the time, becomes your reality. If you're telling yourself, I'm going to be this or I'm going to be that, whatever it is, you tell yourself that and it will manifest. I really believe that we create our lives, not just with our actions and the things we do, but the things we think and the self-talk that we give. Being in this business where people are always trying to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, you really have to have a strong sense of self and gut and instinct and follow that.
Take the first step.
Just take that low right there. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up doing.
Like a chick breaking out of an egg when it hatches, the first step forces you to break out of your comfort zone. And the comfort zone is so strong that probably 90% of people are
So I'm gonna stop right down here.
all their life because of this vice-like comfort
Go back.
zone. When you take the first step, the only way you can do it is break out. And suddenly you see the second step and the third step and the fourth step. And then as you take the steps, your self-esteem goes up and your self-confidence goes up and you become more creative and you start to think of all kinds of ideas. And people say, what has gotten into you? I mean, what are you smoking? Because whatever it is, you should share it with the others. And so this is the difference between top people, is they have a big idea of what's possible and they take the first step.
Every morning when you wake up, visualize and feel exactly what it is that you want in life. You don't have to worry about how it happens. You just have to focus all of your energy on feeling as if it already happened. And if you can do that, then the right circumstances, the right people, the right opportunities will show up to get you the vision that you have for your life. Because in truth, it really isn't.
So this is one of the strategies that I had with the 15-minute. It's an area that sweeps into a 15-minute fair value gap, just like this one, which is 945, and then 945. Sorry, 945. Price never swept it in. So there's obvious SMT there. There's a market structure shift with the fair value gap. We pretty much take that entry there, and we put our stop at the top of the FVG, or just sometimes even a little bit below it, depending on where it's happening. And then we take the trade, and it looks like we ended up getting it, which is super, super nice. So I got to write that one down as well, too. This is July 21st.
You should also recognize that you can take full possession of your mind and make it yield you whatever you demand in life.
The universe only gives us what we think we're worthy of receiving. So then people who show up for themselves every day, they start feeling pretty damn worthy.
Excuse me.
They're like, I'm worthy for this. Not like an entitlement way, like something. They just like, I feel like it's going to happen. I'm worthy for it.
You're not ready for what you want until you believe you can get it. All things are possible if you believe.
And you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it. And that's the key. It's like people still, they sit around going, when's it going to come? 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 And that's the wrong way. You have to go, it's here, it's here, it's here.
That's paper. We call it money. Money is an idea. Money goes where it's invited and it stays where it's welcome. The idea that you have to work hard for this stuff is not true. Some of the people that work the hardest are the ones that earn the least. Now think about it. I was reading where Taylor Swift, young gal singer, was the highest paid entertainer last year. She's doing what she absolutely loves. That's not hard work. I get very well paid. I'm doing what I absolutely love. The idea that you have to work hard is silly. When you love what you're doing, you'll never work again.
Now here's the best word I know of to go with action. Massive. Massive action is called the cure-all. See, that'll change everything. Here's the language of the poor. I'll try it a time or two and see what happens. The guy says, well, I'll give it 30 days. 30 days. You could guess his bank balance. So here's
Okay. So
take a look at your game plan.
the first week of July, I was just testing out the strategy. So we didn't take a single trade on the first week of July because I'm trying to get the hang of the 1 hour, and this is my first time using it with sell side, buy side, and the 1 hour FEG and all that other stuff. So we didn't take a lot of trades on the first week because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And you know, then the second, well, the first week was teaching me like, okay, well now I can see it. Now I know what I'm looking at, because it's a little confusing at first to add another structure on top of the 15-minute of what I'm already doing. So then the second week, we took 3 trades. We got a loss on Tuesday, win on Wednesday, no trade Thursday, and then a win on Friday. So that's 240. We made 180 that week. 180. We're starting with the $500 account. That leaves us at about 680 is where it leaves us at. We just got our first win for Monday, and it's a previous strategy that I used on the 15-minute when I was just using the 15-minute, and I'm glad I'm still kind of keeping that one as well too. And then same thing, 15-minute FEG right there, 15-minute FEG, and then Q sweeps it. MES doesn't. We get a market structure shift with an FEG, as you can see. We take that trade, we place our low down at the bottom, and we won it, which is super, super nice. Is price going to keep going up? Who knows? No. Ooh, would you look at that? No, it did not, so I'm glad I fucking got that. Jeez. All right. Let's keep going.
We primarily get paid for value. Bringing value to the marketplace, that's how you get paid. And I have a little phrase
the 1 hour.
You can't get more time, but you can create more value.
Okay, so on the 1 hour, we have this break of structure towards the top, but now we have this internal structure down here at the bottom. So this is an internal right down here for the 1 hour, which means there's liquidity resting right above here. There's liquidity. Price is still going up. For sure, price is still going up. But it just hasn't given me that signal that price is going up. So 1, 2, 3. I've never counted something like this before, but it is 3 candles consecutively. And then we also have this high that swept it up. So this is internal. The 1 hour. Now let's look at the 15-minute, right? Actually, let me go to the 1 hour.
Instead of the memories of the past.
There's liquidity right up there. Liquidity.
And you just got to have a clear intent.
Now let's look at the 15-minute.
Learn, study, get something in your brain that's going to stimulate you about what's possible.
And now on the 15-minute, we have internal bottom right there.
And begin to experience the
Yes.
emotions of how you feel when it happens. And teach your body emotionally what that future is going to feel like. So it only requires 2 things. A clear intent.
So this is internal, but we also have a break of structure towards the bottom, right here.
And when you combine those 2, you're going to change your energy. And when you change your energy, you're going to change your
right there. So
outside is just a match for how you're living on the inside. So when you feel peace,
go. It's probably the last week, and then I'm probably gonna get off. Let's see here quick.
What is in your life that is robbing you of peace, love, and abundance? The lack of peace that you have within attracts clients, partners, careers that will give you more lack of peace because you're the one creating
15-minute.
And here's part of the whole truth of the law of sowing and
15-minute.
You could lose.
15-minute.
There are times when you just lose, no matter what you do. It's that kind of planet. The farmer plants his crop in the spring, takes care of it all summer.
15-minute.
10, 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, is an honorable man.
Looks like we got a sweep of the 15-minute, but we're not doing liquidity on the 15-minute anymore. We're only doing it on the 1 hour. And then let me go back here quick. I just want to see, is there an FEG? There is an FEG right here as well too on the 1 hour. My question is though, do we take it? I already saw price go down. I probably shouldn't take it, so we're gonna wait.
But now here's number 7. And it goes like this. It's just another way to quote the same law. If you don't sow, you don't reap. You don't even have a chance.
When you stop,
look at that sweep and then that push down. Look at that. And then that push down and that FEG. And it makes me think that price is going to go up and tag it, but it doesn't. So price keeps moving down from there too. So let's tag that.
Back to more order, back to more wholeness, back to more oneness.
Internal bottom.
You get to singularity,
All right.
source, to oneness, to wholeness, to absolute.
There's liquidity right here as well too.
Creating from the field instead of from matter. Every thought in the quantum produces a frequency. So the thought of your
There's sell side.
quantum should produce the frequency.
Let's look at the 1 hour.
And if you can
Break a structure towards the bottom, so changing the state of delivery.
event, you're beginning to change information in the field. Keep doing that. Thought objectifies and conditions reality. So
Change of internal bottom right there. Let me get rid of this sweep right here.
synchronicities and these outcomes in your life.
Now, here's the next exercise.
Now-
Now I want you to answer this question. What kind of person must I become to achieve all I want? And I'll give you time to write that down now. What kind of person must I become to achieve
Buy side.
all I want? What you become helps you to achieve, and what you
And we're going to get rid of this one. And we're going to get rid of this one. And we're going to look at the 15-minute. And we got this break a structure towards the bottom. This is internal bottom right here. Now we're going to look at the 1 minute because we are on sell side. And we're going to look for either an inversion or SMT is what we're going to look for.
Maybe you need a little coaching to really become the person I want to become. I'm going to have some coaching, physical coaching, spiritual coaching, developing skills coaching, to be the influence you want to be.
So now let's take a peek. Is there SMT? Yeah, there's definitely SMT right here. We needed to break above this with an FEG. And we need a gap. And did we get a gap? So we did get a market structure shift. We have SMT right here on sell side on the 1 hour. Now this is the first time I'm taking it with SMT. So let's go SMT sell side. And then technically from right here to about right here, we're going to go for a buy. We're going to do limit 1. Set it at the 50. We got tagged in. Put it right down there, 32. So technically that'd be $64.
This modified state of mind and body my entire day. Should there be some evidence in my life?
$65 right there. Let's see if it at least hits that high.
Coincidence. And if there is, then I'm going to do it again. And I think that's how we start stepping into that future.
Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
Oh my gosh, look at that. So we just got another dub right there as well too. So we're going to take a photo of this.
If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fine. Everything changed for me when I understood this.
Save as. We're going to go to desktop. This is 1 hour buy side, sell side with market structure shift. We're going to click open and we're going to click save.
So let me put it in a philosophical phrase now. This is worth
And then technically this is our order block 2.
Here it is.
And it touched the halfway point. We set our stop right below there. We would have made technically $64 and technically $65. We would have made $130 because I would have done the $64 instead. So nice. We just got a win for Tuesday as well too. So Tuesday we won MES again. It's 130. And the only thing that I switched up with this strategy is, let's take a peek. We're not taking buy side or sell side on internal structure on the 15-minute. And as soon as we get a break of structure on the 1 hour, then we pretty much recreate our internal structure for the 15-minute. So this is technically a break of structure towards the bottom. This is a break of structure towards the bottom, and then this is a break of structure towards the bottom. So on the 15-minute, price is going down, right? And technically from up here to down here, you want price to come up to 50%. That was the old strategy with the 15-minute. But as we can see, we're sweeping sell side on the 1 hour. And then since I'm not taking the liquidity above or below the 15-minute anymore, and I'm only doing it on the 1 hour, we're doing SMT or inversions right down here. So if we look at M&Q, M and Q doesn't even count because M and Q already broke, made a change of character towards the bottom for the 1 hour. So let's see what the 1 hour, next 1 hour does. And then technically this is now internal on the 1 hour. And then this is the discounted FVG right here for the 1 hour. On the 1 minute, are we getting any SMT by chance? Yeah, we're getting SMT, man, right here. SMT right here, market structure shift. With this gap being so massive like that, I would go 50% of that gap and then take the sell right there. So let's see if price goes down from the internal structure. It'd be cool if it did. That'd be so nice. See if it maybe works out too. And it does. It definitely worked out. Would you look at that? And that's going off of the 1 hour now, by the way. Because this is internal on the 1 hour. We're coming into discount. Even though we just swept sell side, this is still internal structure. Price is coming up into this 1 hour FEG. On the 1 hour FEG, we do get SMT. Let me put this on my notes here as well, too. Give me a quick second, and I gotta play the new video as well, too. Damn, dude. Damn!
You chose this path.
This feels good right now, man. Like, this is actually, like, I'm excited. For some weird reason, I haven't been excited in a while, and for some reason, I am excited. This is fucking amazing, man. This is incredible. This is amazing.
You want to become best. You want to become champion.
Wow.
Now you want to say like you're tired? Who cares? You're tired.
There it goes. So we're going to do SMT right here. This is SMT buy side on the 1 hour FEG. And then we've got the order block 2 right up there as well too. Some people would go off of the last green candle. I go off of the whole sequence. But if we have a big sequence like this, I'll go 50% of that. But then if it's a tall one like this, and if I go 50%, then I'll go another 50% of that. And then I'll take half of that is usually what I'll end up doing. So let me delete this because I already took a photo of it. And then let me do this. Let me take a photo of this as well too.
The best pay a big price.
File, save as. And then let's go to desktop. And this is 1 hour FEG. We're going to open this. And we're going to save it right there with the SMT that we got. And if we also look at the 15-minute, it also came, let's see if it came into the 15-minute discounted area as well too. It did. Discounted 15-minute once it went above the 50%. Once it went above the 50%, I don't know if I would have taken this inversion. I probably would have. I definitely would have taken that inversion. Gone 50% of that. Put my stop right up here. And the low right. Well, let's see if the inversion would have worked on the 15-minute.
My mom take care of me and my 2 brothers alone, you know. Now, Dad, you proud of me, Dad. You proud of me. But guess what?
1 to 2. Let's see if it would have hit it off the inversion. In all honesty, if price would have came down a little bit more and I would have saw that SMT, I would have felt more comfortable taking that instead. But will it work off of the inversion on the 15-minute? No, you get tagged out on that. And I'm okay with that.
If you believe it, if you really believe
that is fucking nuts. So what if I don't take the inversion off of the 15-minute, only take SMT, but I take inversions off of the 1 hour instead? Because then that just takes away... Dude, that's actually not a bad idea. I might actually do that. I might not do inversions on the 15-minute chart anymore, even if it's in discount. I'm only going to do it if it's SMT. So let me go back here quick and let me get rid of this page that I have over here. 15-minute discount SMT. We would have got SMT right up there on the 15-minute as well too.
You must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular. poet Robert Frost said, "Two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference."
Somebody taught this to me a long time ago. He said, "Steve, in order to get to the life of your dreams, you're
it's
gonna
nuts.
have to learn how to get comfortable being uncomfortable."
You can't have an easy life in a great character. Show me a trust fund kid that inherited a bunch of money, and I'll show you someone mentally tortured. Having stuff isn't fun. Getting stuff is fun, right? It's not the pursuit of happiness. It's the happiness of the pursuit. And it's not like, you know, the self-help, it's not the journey, it's the destination. It's not either the journey or the destination. It's who you become on the journey. Life is really, really tough. Make your life a little bit harder in the short term and get somewhere.
I don't care how you get there. I don't care what you do to get there. The goal is to what?
Your father might own a company. Your mama might be a millionaire. You might come from privilege, but you will not outwork me. You have to make a decision that nobody in this league in your position will outwork you.
Bro, stop being weak, bro. It's not supposed to be easy. Who told you the grind's supposed to be easy? Who told, like your kindergarten teacher? No, we ain't handing out trophies to everybody. Oh, there's only one winner in this game, bro. So embrace it or leave.
I leave everything I have. My mom take care of me and my two brothers alone, you know. Now, Dad, you proud of me, Dad. You proud of me.
Working too hard, and the circumstances were too unfair, but somehow you still got up the next day and kept going.
Let's keep going.
Energy from pain.
Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me. It starts to get in your mind. And before you know it, it's the truth.
So there is liquidity right up here from the 1 hour.
Set up a schedule and just do the work.
And I'm not going to take this trade anymore. That's fucking incredible right now, by the way. We are fucking absolutely killing it right now.
They're looking for a shortcut to be successful.
Now, are we going to get an inversion?
Repeatedly, over and over, you develop a habit.
Yeah, we got an inversion from that liquidity area right over here as well. This is the inversion. I want to know if it'll take that inversion as well too. So then we would do a sell, we would do a limit, we would go right here. And I just want to see if it get it. And that's 50% of that. Nah, it already happened. I'm not taking that anymore. Since that big move, that big push down already happened, I'm not taking it anymore. It's going to tag me in, and that's completely fine. But I've seen it happen where we get the big push down, and price comes up into this FEG, and most of the time it'll just never take it again. So yeah, we'll do this one right here. We'll do 55. We'll see if it gets it or not. I don't think it will anymore. So we're definitely not taking those anymore. Yep, that's why we don't take them. Exactly that, because we already had the big move going down. Look at that. And even though it didn't touch the fit, I'm going to write that down as like a rule as well too, is if it already touches the inversion and we get a big push down, we're completely out of that trade because the big move already happened and we missed it. And if we look at the 1 hour, after the sweep of the low, we get an internal structure towards the high again. So this is internal now on the 1 hour. And then on the 15-minute, it's also a change as well too. So we're technically aligned with the 15-minute on the 1 hour. Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes. I can't fucking believe this fucking shit right now, dude. I can't believe this.
Okay? Because if they don't have the will to do it,
4.
they'll quit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Because you just can't.
There we go. 8 o'clock.
Too damn hard. It really is.
Excuse me.
You spend alone with yourself, you will be able to.
Let's look at MES. See what MES is doing. MES has not swept buy side just yet. Buy side. And this is still sell side. right here, and then we had a sweep down here. We're going up is what we're doing technically here. Hold on, let me look at the 15-minute.
There's a quote that I live by, early to bed.
Dude, we probably already got that sweep then on the 1 hour with buy side, which is right there, but we don't take trades before the bell open. So if the bell goes up, sweeps up again, and then we get that push down. But look, on the 1 minute, we get that sweep up, and then it's hard to tell right there. I mean, let me look at the 1 hour here again.
And unless you lose, you haven't even tried. And if you fail, at least you'll fail falling forwards.
I can tell you right now, every single one of you out there have exactly what you deserve.
This is the 1 hour. This is internal. Let's see here quick. This is 1 hour internal right here. There is liquidity above this area right here. Right there. And this is also sell side too, so let's look at sell side. Sell side. Buy side.
And end up doing nothing, sitting in our basements watching TikToks of other people's lives, pretending that
Okay, now let's look at MES as well too. Nothing on the 1 hour. Let's look at the 15-minute.
Stop analyzing, stop criticizing,
yeah.
yourself and others, and go fail at some shit.
Nope. 1, 2, 3. Da 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 da.
Sucking at something because at least they're trying. Maybe we'll even give
oh, dude, I would love to take that trade, but I'm not going to.
Trying difficult things, not just in succeeding.
Okay, there's that sweep up. There's that sweep up. There's an inversion gap right here. And we get that market structure shift with the gap as well too.
Believe in what you believe in. Nobody else matters. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself to your truth. You have to hold yourself to your beliefs. Don't worry about the haters. They ain't shit.
I am gonna set my sell. Shit, where the fuck should I want to do 50% of this, but I'm probably gonna set it right down here. Right there. So I'm gonna do a sell right there. Hopefully it tags me in and then it pushes down.
Instead of just, following the beaten path.
Bro, if you're succeeding at a life that you
oh, dude, I should have put it like right here, but it would have missed it as well too. Go up one more time. Nope, there's that push down. Damn. Damn. Okay, big moves already happening.
Talk to people about it. Be it.
I heard this quote the other day that I want to share with you guys. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but it goes like this. Is the person who goes to the gym every single day, regardless of how they feel,
Getting excited a bit.
always beat the person who goes to the gym.
I am going to put this right here. Download image.
If you take people, and I told you this, and you expose them,
Save image as. We're going to do desktop, buy side, sell side, open, and then save right there. And there is an inversion right here as well too, and then another inversion. And technically we have this massive gap coming down. But I can't set my stop all the way up there. That just, I can't do it. So let's look at the 15-minute now. Actually, let's look at MNQ now. Well, let's take a look. For MNQ, we got bricks structure towards the top, internal top. This is internal top.
What's the difference between a nice guy and a good man?
A nice guy gets along.
Now, technically, it's a change of character towards the bottom is what's happening.
Yes, sure. Yeah, hey. A good man has.
And then the next area of liquidity or a liquidity pool is right down here. So if we get a sweep or not, if we go into that discounted 15-minute FEG, we might take SMT there only. So we did hit it right here, 15-minute. Did we get any SMT? No SMT just yet. I'm only going to take it if we get SMT only on the discounted 15-minute FEGs. Only time I'm going to take it. Did we get SMT? No SMT. Still waiting.
It got really hard for me to balance fighting and construction. There were times I thought about walking away from fighting. I remember I showed up to the gym without my truck, and
We got SMT, but now I need it to break below this. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? It's 35. Let's go back to 29 right here. Let me click this. Let me hit the 15-minute.
pay my bills. I learned that I gotta do what I gotta do for me. You gotta do what you gotta do for you, whether that's separating yourself or getting deeper in, or
We're not. I'm trying to look right now because since we got this sweep and we're pushing down, should I take the F? Nah, I can't, dude, because it's not going with the internal structure on the 15-minute, and then by that I'd just be making shit up, and I don't want to be making shit up. I want to be more as accurate as I can possibly be. So let's look at MNQ. We're only going to take MNQ. We're going to have to wait for a market structure shift inside of that 15-minute FEG. And we do have SMT.
You don't have unlimited time. You think it's harmless to keep chasing women.
Let me take a look here quick. So there's SMT right here.
But one day,
so this is SMT buy side. And I need it to break below this is what I needed to do, and I need a gap as well.
No power, absolutely no clarity, and no way to get those years back. One day you will wake up and you will be 40.
The hardest thing in life, guys, isn't doing this stuff. Isn't going past your current levels.
Didn't get anything. Break.
Get knocked in your ass. That's not
Oh shit! Go back.
the hard part of life.
Actually, no. Keep going forward. 1, 2. There it goes. Let's look at the 15-minute. Right here. This is 45. Let me look at the 1 hour.
Cut the shit, hey? Quit giving yourself that out, that parachute. Even though you may have it, look in the mirror and go, it's on you. Because it is.
There's consequences that you pay.
I can't take that area of liquidity there. I want to take this high again on this area of liquidity, because for internal structure on the 1 hour, this is internal buy side right now, and this is internal sell side. Let's see what happens then. This is internal on the 1 hour. But I'm going to put liquidity right here. So there's liquidity here, and then there's liquidity right down here. And we didn't get SMT. And let's look at MES right now. MES is coming back up, created a break of structure towards the top. Break of structure top. Let's look at the 15-minute. Come on, you stupid fucking cunt. Jesus. Break a structure top. What day is this? This is Wednesday. How long have we been streaming for now? Almost 3 hours. Interesting. Anybody been in here yet? Nobody's been in here just yet. That's completely fine.
So you go to the gym, you feel like that's a good thing. It just shows you that you need to improve.
So in other words, if you're on a high, be humble. And if everything has gone wrong, be hopeful and keep going.
My dad used to tell my mom I was going to be a world champ.
I don't know who that guy is, but I need to watch some of his videos. This guy right here.
My dad used to tell my mom I was going to be a world
I don't know who he is, but I need to watch his videos, because he's a pretty smart guy. So
the kids, I said, if y'all can whoop Bud, I give y'all $10 a piece. Can I whoop?
You went out on the street.
Yeah.
What's now?
let's look at the 1 minute here.
And offered $10 to anyone who can kick my son's butt.
Yep.
And a lot of takers.
Yeah.
We might not even get a trade today.
What did he tell you?
He told you, Mom, I told you up in the bed.
But
some things that I said.
Let's go back. Right here. Look at the 15-minute.
He made himself champion.
Oh, we didn't even get a break of structure towards the top on the 15-minute. Technically, high, high. Nope, not a high. High, low, low, low. We'd have to break above this on the 15-minute for it to be a high. And then I'd be able to take that FVG. Oh, but it never broke above it. So we're back on MNQ. Next 15 minutes. Push up. That's okay. Next 15 minutes. Next 15 minutes. Next. Next. There it goes. And then let me look at this. There we go. So this would have been internal on the 15-minute. Technically internal top right there. Because this is that last high before the low.
Uncomfortable moments and embracing uncomfortable moments.
Nah. Yeah.
And if you don't do it, if you just avoid it, you have that uncomfortable moment, you just start boozing, or you take some pills or something. And
let's look at MNQ.
You're never gonna figure out
MNQ's breaking above it. What time is it? 14K. We're still waiting.
The game ain't built for your success. You just gotta be a beast. You gotta be harder. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be meaner. You gotta be hungrier.
James Clear has this unbelievable insight. It doesn't make sense to continue wanting something if you're not willing to do what it takes to get it. If you don't want to live the lifestyle, then release yourself from the desire.
I don't think we're gonna get traded today.
The result, but not the process, is to guarantee disappointment.
It's like I worked myself so hard that I turned a person this fucked up into this mother.
Let's look at MES. Let's look at the 15-minute.
Which is why I just ignored it.
There's an FVG on 1400. FVG on 1400. It's already been tagged in. We can't take it. It hasn't been tagged in right there, though. And now it's just tagging in. Nah, we're not taking it. It's already too late. Because on the 15-minute, change a character, break a structure towards the top.
David Goggins told me that too. Who's like,
And it's a line, though. So let's look at the 15-minute right here, right? 15-minute. Maybe we still have a trade for the day. And then, but the thing is the targets were already hit, which are the highs. So is it going to work? So let's take a peek. 15-minute, 15-minute. Let's look at the 1 minute. And technically we never got a gap, so we don't take it. So wait for price to come down. Tags it in. No gap. M and Q. We are getting SMT.
It's supposed to be hard. Everything worth pursuing comes with
There it goes.
The trick is not
It's coming down.
Shut up. The show's over.
Right here. These two lows right here. These two technically. I'd rather do this one right here because we just got the market structure shift. So let's do this. Let's do buy, limit, price right there. If we lose, that is okay. We've been kind of on a winning streak right now. I'm tagged in, put it down at this low right here. And I'm going to target 26, 2750. 2750. I think that's what it is. But in all honesty, let me go back. Cancel. Cancel. And then we're going to go buy. And we're going to go 4. And then we're going to go limit. Right here. Buy. Still got tagged in.
Tough times make a person strong.
60 bucks. Yeah, let's go for about 120. I don't know if it's still going to get it or not, but we're about to find out. We're getting SMT. See what happens.
Because Shakespeare said, nothing is bad, it's all in the mind. I believe that. If you think
It's me. Oh, there we go. We got it. Look at that. That's SMT on the 15-minute FVG. So we just got another fucking win. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I'm on a fucking roll right now, dude. Holy shit. I just made another fucking 120 off of that. And that's MES again. All 3 of our wins this week have been from MES. That's 120 off of MES right now. And that's SMT in a 15-minute FVG, by the way. Because look at this. We got... Did we ever get a sweep from this low? It's equal lows, so technically we never got a sweep from there. But we never took high resistance liquidity because it usually tanks down before it goes up. Look what happened. From right here to right here on this 15-minute. This is SMT sell side. Price has been going up. Stop right there, okay? MNQ price still goes down even though we get this SMT right here. This SMT right here, and then we get SMT again, which is right there. And I'm not going to take this one and the market structure. I'm going to take 50% of this, and I'm glad I did, and we put the stop a little bit below the low. Targeted 120, and we absolutely got it right before market close as well too, by the way. Hell yeah, buddy. Okay, so let me write that down. So the only time I will take SMT in that FVG, let's see here, 15-minute FVG, not in discount, here it is. The only time I'll ever take it is if they're both inside of the same FVG. And if we're going with the trend. Yes. Are we going with the trend? Yes, we are. Did we get SMT? Oh, that's right. Yes, we did. And we also got SMT. Did we get a market structure shift with the fair value gap as well? Yes, we did. Did we win that trade? Yes, we did. Dude, we're fucking killing it right now. Let me do this. Gotta write these down, dude. We're gonna get rid of the inversion one. I remember we're not doing the inversion anymore. New folder. 15 min FVG with SMT. 15-minute FVG, not in discount.
I would say when you wake up, make sure you start with that gratitude. Be grateful, be thankful. There's a few people in this world that don't get a chance to live out that day again. And we only can literally take one day at a time. I can't force.
And then if the FVG is not a discount, we only take it with the SMT. Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Let's go back right over here. Right here. And then let's do this from right here to, and then I gotta tag this as the order block. And then we target our 1 to 2. Technically my low would have been right there. So let's go back down. And it was right there. Right there. I think that's what we ended up targeting, because I don't think we ended up sweeping that low, did we? Yeah, I never got tagged out. There we go. Yeah, we ended up getting that. So let's do this. Download image. Save as. And we're going to do desktop, and then 15-minute FVG, not in discount, open, and then save. Dude, I might just fucking end it right here, dude. I've been on a killer streak right now. We've done 2.5 weeks. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours, dude. I've been studying for 3 hours today. Let's take a look. What am I doing right now? So we just added the 1 hour to our 15-minute strategy. We just added the 1 hour. And we got rid of liquidity sweeps from 15-minute highs and lows on the internal and on external as well too. We're just not doing that anymore. And we added the 1 hour sell side and buy side liquidity instead. And we've been having killer fucking luck with it. Like, holy fuck. We've also been using 1 hour FVGs as well too. I've had one loss so far in these last 2 weeks. And this week alone, we've had 3 trades won, like, in a row. So we're kind of killing it right now. I should just do one more day, man. Like, fuck it, dude. Like, I should technically finish out this week, but every trade, like, I'm just watching it like a fucking hawk right now, man, just to see what price is doing and stuff. Like, I'm just following price is all I'm doing. And it really is taking forever, because then I've got to mess around with the structure on the 1 hour and the 15-minute, and I got to see what the 1 hour is doing and the 15-minute. I literally have to look at both at the same time now is kind of what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Like, fuck this, dude. Even if I ended this week on July 21st right now and didn't trade Thursday or Friday, I'm 240 right. I'm 370 up for the week right now, and we just started with a $500 account. We're starting with the $500 account right now, and I'm up to fucking. How much did we get? We got 240, 370 plus. So 370 plus 680.
And even if you just stay where you are,
370 plus 680. We're over $1,000 on the account within the first month, so we've already doubled our profit with the strategy that I'm using right now. That's fucking nuts right now. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm definitely gonna end it here. So, for example, 15-minute, we're not taking this anymore. We're not taking these highs, and we're not taking these lows anymore. So we don't worry about it. On these break of structure, these black ones right here, up here, these are the 1 hours. And with the 1 hours, this is sell side. We did end up taking this trade down here on sell side. I believe we took an inversion or whatever it was. And then we got and then I'll show you here, because this is internal structure on the 1 hour is what we're doing now, by the way. Internal structure only, by the way. Change of character towards the bottom. We swept up the slow. We had a change of character towards the top, and price just kept moving up, moving up, moving up. On Wednesday, we saw a sweep of this high on the 1 minute. Let's go back here quick. We saw a sweep of this high, which is buy side on the 1 hour, and I was placing my trade right up here. Like, this is where I was just going to take the trade as right over here, or technically maybe, yeah, I think I was going to put it right down here. But price never came up, swept me up because my stop loss was going to be up here. We had that big push down, and if the big push down already happens with the inversion, we just do not take it whatsoever. So what ended up happening is price kept pushing up. Price kept pushing up. So this is the last low before the break of structure towards the top on the 15 minutes. So technically, this is our last swing to the push up. We didn't get into a discounted 15-minute FEG. Oh, and by the way, as well too, on the discounted FEGs on the 15-minute, we're only taking SMT now. I completely got rid of inversions on that because I think it'll. I think it'll help me not lose as much. So I still got to get rid of that on this piece of paper over here. Oh, excuse me. we're only using inversions on the 1 hour buy side and sell side. So we're getting rid of that as well too. 1 hour buy side with, if we get SMT on the 1 hour buy side, sell side, we're taking that. But we've only had that one time with an inversion. I have yet to take a trade. Man, what the fuck have I taken trades on? I've been taking notes though.
You know, I'm a popular actor. I'm, you know, every director wants to work with me, and I used to like open my arms and imagine things, you know, things that I wanted coming my way and stuff. And it was a way of dealing with, you know, being completely out of work. I would say up there, I actually believed that I had all these things.
Most people talk to themselves in terms of doubt and fear.
We've taken 2 wins on a 15-minute FVG, not in discount. We took another win, M&Q or MES touching. Yep, let me do that. We got a win on that, so that's 3 of my wins. 1, 2, 3. We got another win in a discounted 15-minute FVG with SMT, so we got a win on that. And then we also got a win on buy side and sell side. Oh, that's why it is like that. No wonder, dude. I'm over here looking at what the fuck is going on.
From people who are strong believers, guys like Les Brown and Tony Robbins and guys like that. I just became really obsessed
No
with
shit.
learning about the power of the mind. So I used to meditate. Now I just kind of, I have a lot of things that stuck with me, a lot of ways of believing that stuck with me that just subconsciously I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and how I believe.
So that's where the 5 wins came from. We have a loss, but I'm trying to figure out what the hell I took that loss on.
Change what you are. You can change where you are by changing what goes into your mind.
Started thinking about it the day that I decided that I was going to go up to heavyweight.
It was an inversion. That's what it was. It was a 1 hour FVG, 1 minute inversion. That's what it was. Now I remember we got a loss on that.
It is who I am, and I will get it done.
1 hour FVG is what it was. It wasn't 1 hour SMT on the FVG on a 1 minute. We haven't taken a trade like that just yet. Okay. Closing up shop. I will be doing this again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, I'll be doing it tomorrow. I do end up working tomorrow. I work the last Sunday of every month in car sales, but I am going to be calling it a night. Thanks for watching. You guys take care. Hopefully you guys learned something. Bye-bye.
For 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quiet.